It is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, May 24th, 2024, and we are coming to you live. How is everyone doing today?
Good.
Woo, woo.
Oh, having so many computer problems right now.
Oh, man. There's a lot. A lot of stuff happening.
Standby is going to make me sign in for the 800th time. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, hi, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Hello.
Let's do roll call.
Hello.
Again. Spanish.
Hello.
Carmen.
Hello.
Pep.
Hello, Michael.
Calvin.
Present.
Gio. Oh, man.
No.
Let me guess, it's excused because he's getting you coffee.
It's not an excuse. It's the only reason that he's tardy is because...
I thought you were going to say
Only
it's the other
reason
reason
he's
he's
here.
here. Yeah. I was like, oh, boy. He's not going to want to hear that.
No. It's the only reason he's tardy is because he's stuck in... it's like all of a sudden on Friday, everybody decides they want to get coffee. So he's stuck in the line.
Party
And
day.
listen, when I used to go to... When there was only like 4 Starbucks in the area, and I used to go to the one on West Shore on my way to work, and I would order, and then there would be 3 cars in front of me, and then there'd be 3 cars behind me, and then you can't get out of the line. You're stuck in the line, even if you want to leave and you want to go.
Right.
And I used to pull up to work, and I'd see my boss, my general manager, used to come in at like 6 o'clock in the morning. He'd look at me, he'd shake his head, and I go, "I was stuck. I was stuck in the line. What was I going to do?
Mm-hmm.
You can't drive over the cars in front of you."
Are there people that I'm going to treat myself on Friday and get coffee from
Probably.
Starbucks? Like
Yeah.
the rest of the
Oh,
week,
yeah.
they make it
Yeah.
at home and then they do that. It's interesting.
saw
I mean, hey, it's Starbucks. What is like an average $5?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Oh
'Cause,
no, I get
like if
that
you make it
yesterday.
at home, it's just like anything. If you make food at home or anything, but
$5 is a lot for
Coffee should
Yeah.
be 53 cents.
yeah. At a
Yeah.
time, like
How much is tea?
53 cents.
I'll have the tea.
I went to dropped my daughter and my wife off at my daughter's school yesterday. Turned around and went to Starbucks. Got me a Trenta cold brew, and got my wife a grande, whatever garbage she gets. She just gets like espresso or whatever. But turned around, drove back to the school, parked, walked up, went to the door, and the guy goes, "I'm sorry, can't bring any drinks in here." I looked at him and I went like this. I looked at him and I went, and just sipped it in front of him. And then I turned around and I threw it in the garbage. And then I think he thought I was being a dick. And I turned around and he goes, "Have a nice day." I said, "Yeah, you too." And he goes, "I'm sorry." And I go, "It's not your fault." I wasn't mad at him. It's just what I didn't realize it. And I go, I guess I probably should have thought maybe they don't want food in the gym or whatever.
Yeah.
But but that was it. But so that was right there. That was $12, $11 that I had to throw away. And then after we left, I still wanted it, so I went back to Starbucks.
Oh, I thought you went back
How-
to the trash can.
No.
Get it out. Like you
How
couldn't-
many do you drink a day?
2 maybe. Like Gio brings 1 in the morning,
Right.
and then maybe in my travels I'll get 1 more. Like usually in the afternoon I go pick up Juliana from school and I'll go get one because that's an hour-long process.
Sometimes more though, right? Because like
Yes,
there'd
it
be
depends on
times
how much
whenever-
I'm traveling during the day. You know what I mean? If I'm
Right.
running around and I'm doing things, I'll maybe 3. You know,
Yeah.
but it's
You couldn't have. I don't know how long were you in there with the coffee until you got done. You know what I mean? When you threw it away until you
I mean it's you see the size of
no,
it.
no. But I
Yeah.
mean, how long were you in the place for? You got the coffee, threw it away, and then how long until you went back to your car?
About an hour.
Oh, so you couldn't have put it in your car and
No, good. It was
Just
9
melted,
million degrees
yeah.
yesterday,
Yeah.
and the problem is once the ice melts, it's gross.
it's
Yeah.
all water.
It's all water.
Yeah.
So it was bad. So yesterday was double graduation day. Both of my kids graduated.
Yeah.
from school.
Congratulations.
You know, well, I didn't do anything.
Moving on up.
I kept it together. I did not cry.
Yeah.
But I was close on Joey's because I was like, that idiot finally graduated.
He did it.
Yeah, made it. So happy.
You did your job. You're done.
My father-in-law has given me 2 of the greatest pieces of advice I've ever gotten, and he's not an advice giver. You know what I mean? He's kind of like, sometimes I look at him and I go, "How did you live this long?" And he has given me 2 of the greatest pieces of advice. One is when we had kids, he said, "Your job is to keep that kid alive till he's 5 years old."
Yep.
And I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, 5 years old. After that, it's on him. He goes, "Your job is to keep him alive till he's 5." And yesterday, I felt like we did it. We got all the way through high school. he's done now. I am. It is. What is today? May 24th.
Yes.
We are less than 3 months away from him being 18 years old. I have achieved my goals.
You're
in
off the
life.
hook.
Off the hook.
Yeah, you could die and he's fine.
Oh my God.
Oh, wait, no.
Jeez, Carmen.
What? Am I doing that?
You know, it's funny you say that. What do you think is the year? I don't know how close you are with
That
your
You're
dad.
gonna die?
Within
No,
this
I
one,
don't-
probably.
No.
It's-
No, what is the year that you think that in your life, if your parents died, you'd be fine?
Oh, I don't think there is one.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't mean fine like you wouldn't miss them or anything. I mean fine where you don't need them for help anymore.
Oh, yeah. I would say probably somewhere in your 30s, really.
30s or 40s, yeah.
40 was like 40, 41 is when I was the most solid of an adult for the first time. And I thought if my parents died now and I was alone, like I could get along okay. I don't
Yeah.
have to rely. I mean, not that I was doing anything relying on them for anything other than being babysitters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my parents, my dad, both of my parents, whenever I was going to buy a house, they did it for all of us. They said they'll match our down payment,
Oh, that's great.
which was great. Yeah, which was a huge help and stuff.
What
But
if
also,
you would have came up with $100,000?
yeah, well, he said he'd match. But also, I always tried to not take money from them. Like when I was on my own, I told you my dad gave me a gas card,
Yeah.
and I tried not to use it for the longest time, and I, finally broke down and used it. But I never wanted to borrow money or get money from them. I wanted to be out on my own and make it. Regardless of whether that was me eating tuna straight out of the can for
Yeah.
a
It's
week.
interesting. I had the same sort of thing, but only because my mother didn't have any money, so
Yeah.
I never wanted to take her money. And then all of a sudden, you realize at one point in your life, you're the one paying for dinner when everybody goes to dinner. You're like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
How did I be? And then I remember sometimes people in my family would be like, hey, let me ask you a question. If you had a lawyer that went out, and I go, why are you asking me for
Yeah.
advice? I could barely pay my own car insurance. But yeah, I became that person that everybody comes to now for things.
See,
And-
I loved when I was able to take my dad out to dinner.
Yeah.
Like, that was cool. You know what I mean? That was just one of those moments. Like, I was good. I had a job. And he was obviously trying to pay and stuff like that. But I was
Right.
like, I got this, Dad.
Right,
I felt
right.
so cool. I was like, I got you.
That's a great. I took my grandmother and my mother to Burns one time, and I was in my 40s, but that's still like a great feeling.
Oh,
that you
yeah.
Sure.
can take them
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Carmen, did you do the pay for, like you go, let me go to the bathroom real quick
Yeah.
and go over and pay the waiter?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
had
that's
to
good.
because my
That's-
dad was like waiting every time the
Absolutely. And
server
then they
came
come
out. He was
over.
like, yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, it's already taken care of.
Yeah.
Yep.
And was
He
he
looked
like?
at me. He's like, "You didn't." I was like, "Yeah, I did."
Was he like? I am so happy. I should let 2 girls free today.
No. Nice. You
Does it
saved.
talk like that?
Yeah, he's a Spanish
Yeah,
like
Sultan.
like Fernando Lamas.
Yeah.
You saved girls, Carmen. Your hard work saved some innocent girls.
Tonight
for
I
you.
will set 2 girls free to celebrate you, Sandra.
We all did it together, guys.
Yeah.
Round of applesauce.
Yeah,
Hey.
applesauce. Oh yeah. So hey, when is your son's graduation?
Saturday. Next Saturday.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Welcome to join us. Thank you.
Mm.
I'm not going to Starbucks anymore.
Oh,
This is
What?
it. This is the last time.
Gio, we have to have a meeting after the
No,
show.
it's too stressful. It's just, and I have to rely on other people, and it's not. That's the last
You're
coffee.
going to the wrong one.
Maybe
Yeah, you got to go to the Collier one.
that's the one I went to.
I'm sorry, not Collier.
That's the one I
the
go to all the time.
54 one. That's the way to go.
I'll try it because this is not getting it done.
If
It's
you-
adding too much stress to my life.
Why are you stressed?
I don't want to get your coffee anymore.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I don't
no.
shine shoes no more. I don't know if they told you.
All right.
for those reasons, he's out.
Yeah. Gio's
Spanish and
like-
Joe, you guys just got a new job.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
We're too far, man.
Oh man.
It's the worst.
What is the new hat over there?
Oh, it's lightning hat.
Ah, I like it. I haven't seen that before.
Did they send that to you?
Yeah.
Gio gets everything now.
Yeah.
They did send it to him, but he gets to wear it for 3 days, and then Spanish, and then me. We
yeah,
just have to
yeah,
pass it
yeah.
around.
I
They called me Dizzy for some reason,
Yeah.
though, which I thought was weird.
Tizzy. We're having, I guess, CMG day at the Lightning. Are you guys going? I mean,
At the Rays,
at the
yeah.
Rays.
Raise up,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
I was invited personally.
I was invited too.
Yeah, I was invited, but
We all were invited.
I also don't.
Yeah.
Like, I also don't like baseball.
It's just a day to hang out with the coworkers.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to say that.
I was waiting for you to say I don't like my coworkers.
That's
You don't want to eat hot dogs with Ann Kelly and oatmeal salad?
Listen, And Kelly's fantastic.
That is true.
Oh, Mount Sally, that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd just be throwing hot dogs into his mouth like a clown.
You almost got me. I was swallowing right as you said that, and I almost spit it out.
As he fights to get on the jumbotron.
100 dancing.
Dancing.
Real showboat there.
I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Raise up.
Do you know? I don't know if I should say this.
But that's also the thing. That's one of the biggest things. One of the biggest drawbacks to any kind of, like they do this to, company morale and hey, everybody get together and they get great food and they do stuff like this. And if you like baseball, you go and see the Rays and you get to hot dogs and, hang out with everybody.
Yeah.
The problem is the people. And it's not all of the people, but it's just be normal. Just relax. Like, stop being on and doing your stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Your shtick.
turn it off.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
went,
I get it if you're, on a top 40 station and you can't be on a top 40 station and be like, that was the weekend and here's whatever.
you
You know,
can't
but
use Spanish voice.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I get it. You got the music bed and that's new music from the weekend and you're excited about it and you're trying to get the people excited. But in real life, relax.
We're not always filming a TikTok.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's how I feel
Yeah.
about those people. They're always trying to be like get videoed or
Right.
photoed or you know
And
what I
if
mean?
you're
Like,
over 30, stop trying to use the cool language. And you know what I mean? Just like all that stuff. It's
Word.
just,
Yeah.
it's sad.
Get rizzed up.
It's
Yeah.
cringe.
Has some glizzies.
When we went to,
Glizzies. I had to Google why people are calling glizzies the other day.
It is a glizzy.
I had
Hot
no
dog.
idea.
this is the first time I've heard of this. What is a glizzy?
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Oh,
really?
But also it's a gun.
Oh.
Like I'm gonna get him with my glizzy, and somehow it
Well,
morphed.
Glock
Yeah,
for glizzy.
yeah.
But how does that translate to a hot dog?
It was in a wrapper, and they started calling those hot dogs. So
I
now
like hot dogs.
Like, I know the terminology. Like, I'll pick up on things. Like the other day I said Carmen was the plug or whatever. Like, I know those things, and I say it as a joke.
Yeah.
Like, jokingly, but there's people that use it, like, as part of their vernacular and, like, oh, yeah, this is how I speak. And it's like,
that's how I know I'm old. I had heard it being used a couple times. I'm like, what is that? And I
Right.
literally Googled why is glizzy a hot dog?
Yeah.
Oh,
and it was one of
really?
the top 3 things. So I'm not the only person.
Did it come back? This is why, old man.
Yeah. Hello, Grandpa. Welcome back.
I've never even heard it. That's how old I am.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
It's
oh
not-
yeah, you're real old.
I think I heard you say, Carmen.
I said I
Or
was
somebody
talking
on the
about
show
it.
said it. I'm like,
I
what
was
is
talking
that?
about it. I think earlier this week, whenever I was saying about the people that do that, the faces and stuff,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
one guy who was doing the glizzies and doing all that stuff. I was like, ugh,
So I had to Google it.
it's
Yeah.
hilarious.
It says one theory for the term's evolution to include hot dogs is that it comes from the extended magazine of a pistol,
Yeah.
which is about the length of a hot dog.
Get them glizzies,
That is
bitch.
hilarious.
That
Really a long way to go to get a glizzy.
The bitches and hoes doing the
These kids.
glizzies.
All right.
Wouldn't it be great if we found out Gio is like that at home?
Yeah.
Comes home, what's up, bitches?
Yeah.
Give me
That's
some glizzies on the table.
Yeah.
man.
What up, dog?
Everybody else want hot dogs now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've wanted that for 2 days.
Chili cheese.
Which Chad said there's a new social media app all the kids are using, not Instagram, any of those, not all the ones that we know.
To find hot dogs?
No, but it's just a new social media platform, but he doesn't know and he can't figure it out. And none of them will
Oh.
tell him what it is, but it's like a new icon and he sees it, but he doesn't know what it is and he can't like find it. And
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff that we're not using that I feel like if we went on, they'd be like swarm. You know what I mean? Like Discord and WhatsApp and those different things.
kick us off.
Yeah, but it just seems like it's not for us.
Yeah.
The
My
kids
kids-
only use Snapchat.
Yeah, they say Facebook's for like old people.
Yeah.
No, sure.
Yeah, Facebook.
Facebook's an archive for me. Like I get on Facebook, but it's more of like an archive of just keeping pictures and all that other stuff.
I've been
on
getting a lot of that lately. My kids being like little.
there. Yeah, pops up there.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Your daughter
Whoa.
is adorable.
No.
I saw
Slow
a
it down.
picture of her yesterday.
Say
Uh-huh.
that
But
faster.
she has your face.
No.
Like she,
Oh,
no, I mean
no.
like she's a female. Like she, there's no denying she's your daughter.
Which one? Yeah, I don't know which one.
I
The
don't
youngest
know.
one.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
The
youngest
one
one.
who's
Yeah.
yeah, done with middle school.
Yeah,
She
that was
is
what I
very
saw.
cute.
The smart one.
The smart-
Yeah, she is the smart one.
How'd you get? I got two dumb ones. How'd you get a smart
Listen,
one?
I
out
got
of
two
your-
dumb ones too.
Yeah.
So
I needed a third one.
That's
Smart
what he
one.
was saying. Yeah, yesterday.
third
if you
one-
have the third one, it'll probably be the smart
yeah,
one.
like she's the one I probably be like a doctor or a lawyer or sometimes. Like
Right.
she gets straight A's with no effort whatsoever.
Listen to this. So
I mean, your wife is a teacher. She's an educator, so I would imagine that
I wouldn't take too much credit, Gio.
helpful.
No, I don't. My wife, she was like 10th in her class and stuff. Yeah, she's never got a B
Out of
ever.
how many?
11.
That's pretty good.
No, that's what he's saying.
Okay.
That
Yeah, no,
she's-
that's
Oh,
what- yeah.
I thought he was
No,
saying,
no, no.
yeah, she's dumb. She was 10th. I was like, oh my god.
No, she was like an all on. She had nothing but honors class. She never got a B. She was just the same thing. Never got a B. Like the thought of getting a B was death.
yeah. Oh
Nothing
man,
is-
if I
nothing
got a
could be
B, I
worse.
was like, I got a B.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was that successful in school and stuff, and then married you. Her family must be like,
Brought her right
Jesus.
down.
Down
What
here.
happened?
Well, there's a reason that only 1 out of 3 smart, baby.
Yeah.
So, my son wanted to go to FSU, and he did not get an FSU because he had like a 3.7 GPA.
Yeah.
Which is a solid B plus, and you need a 4 something or higher. Like a 4.0 is not guaranteed to get you into FSU.
My dumb wife, well, not dumb wife, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
She got into FSU on a full academic scholarship.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, everything was paid for.
See,
Well,
now-
did you know
Academics.
they can get more than a 4.0?
Well, that's where I'm going
Yeah.
with this.
Oh,
So
okay.
yesterday I'm at the graduation, and they started off by congratulating people that had 5.0s, 6.0s,
Wow.
7.0s,
Yeah.
8.0s. Like how many people had each one, and somebody with a 9, a 9, and had 40 credits going into college already before they even graduated high school. I was
Damn.
like, Jesus, this girl had 40 credits. She had a 9 average, and she had 139 volunteer hours. I was like, "Gee."
Well, didn't your niece graduate early? Didn't she do?
Yeah, she graduated early. She went to FSU, and she graduated FSU early, and then she went to USC and graduated USC early, but not with
but I'm saying
double
she
your
prob-
GPA.
She probably had those credits and that
in
stuff.
high school. Yeah, she
Right.
took all that. That's the way you got to do it.
Yeah,
now.
there's certain people that figure that out early. Like a lot of us, we all just went and were like, I'm
Yeah.
going to school,
Yeah.
not
Now-
thinking about
They had-
next week, let alone, 4 years from now.
Did your kids need volunteer hours?
Yes.
Did you need volunteer hours?
No.
I did.
Same. Everyone, Dad said that all the kids, they need like 200 volunteer hours to graduate.
Joey,
That's insane.
That's the one thing that I will tell you is probably accurate. He probably cheated the way through the rest of the grades, but his volunteer hours were pretty accurate. The kid did a lot of volunteer work.
That's cool.
Yeah, he did. He did a lot of stuff for Amanda and her other charity, the Empower thing. He did a lot of real like pain in the ass work for that. So
Yeah.
he put in a lot of hours, and then they also did stuff with his other friends. Everybody kind of works on different projects with each other, but those kids put in some time.
That's cool.
Yeah, I can't get him to throw the garbage, but he put in his volunteer. If I would have told him he got volunteer hours throwing the garbage, for sure.
You got Gungadins for that, man.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate that.
Joe, how many volunteer hours do you have?
I think I'm working on 100.
A week.
So I had that graduation in the morning, Gio, and that is you're at the Sundome. Where are you?
At Yingling Center, I guess.
We're at the fairgrounds, and it wasn't bad. You get
Outside?
in- No, it's
In the
thing,
where they do the wrestling and do the bare knuckle and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's where the kids graduate.
Yeah.
Where they do bare knuckle fighting. It was okay. It was easy in, easy out.
Was it the same spot you had the live gig that one time?
No, I started to think, I'm like, this place is really big. If we thought we were having a live gig in here. Side note on that, remind me live gig. So then we did the that graduation, and then went home, curled my daughter's hair, and went to the other graduation right afterwards. It was a pretty joyful graduation day yesterday.
That's cool.
Second one wasn't so bad because the whole family didn't have to go to that one. It was just me and my
Yeah.
wife and my son, and it was adorable though. My daughter is she's such a jerk off. There were kids singing, and she's on stage. She's like in a bleacher on stage, and there were kids singing, and they were doing solos. And one of them, they're little kids, and one of them wasn't that great, but it was adorable to see them sing. And one of them kind of they passed the mic, and one got to one, and she was a little like. I looked at Juliana, and she went like this. and she made eye contact with me and did it, and I almost spit out my nose because I was laughing so
Does she
hard.
know she's on stage?
Yeah, she looked right at me and she went, I just, oh, dude, that kid is so funny, and yeah, it was fun. It was good to see them both go. I got this one's got middle school now, and then oof,
Yeah.
it goes quick, man.
Yeah, well, we get to visit Joey at college now.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah, man.
Your
Just like-
uncles are coming.
Just
Yeah.
like Discord and WhatsApp. You're
Yeah.
too old.
I told you last time I was in Tallahassee, I had to pull my brother and Todd
Todd.
out of a sorority house because they were convinced that these chicks wanted to talk to them.
You,
And I said,
you say that like you think we don't think Todd would do that.
I said, you guys are old as F. We have to get out of here.
Yeah.
These girls do not want to talk to you.
Yeah, you just because you have dad bod doesn't mean that's
Yeah,
what they want.
they were no, these chicks are cool. They're like, "Yeah, we have to leave. We should not be here.
That's so funny.
So let's go back up. I'm ready.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
All right.
What is it? Are there hotels there and stuff?
No,
Yeah.
they actually don't have hotels.
No,
in
but I mean,
Tallahassee.
like,
that's
they-
a big
We
flaw.
have to
I mean,
stay
came
in the
up with-
dorms.
There's
Like up by USF, they built a couple like right around the
Yeah.
campus. That's
There's
what I'm saying,
a-
like that.
Yeah, because I mean, the campus is probably a mile and a half from downtown, the state capitol.
Mhm.
There's
Oh,
hotels everywhere.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
all
but
right.
Sweet.
but if it is a football weekend, the price of the
Oh,
hotels
sure.
are like quadrupled, and usually it's a 2-night minimum.
Look, lucky for me, I couldn't give a flying F less
Yeah.
about the football.
But also they get sold out way in advance.
yeah. Okay. All
So
right.
if you want to, the best thing to do is if you're not interested in football is go up on a non-football weekend.
I was gonna say we should do like an away game.
Wee.
Yeah, we're all going.
I'm in.
We
Yeah.
just talked about it, but we could do an away game because all the bars still like play the games and it still gets rowdy for
Totally.
like the people that are there, but it wouldn't be as expensive for a
Yeah.
home game.
I'm going
You know
to
what I
visit
mean?
my child. I don't want to go to a party at FSU.
Mhm.
Well, you
No,
don't
there-
have to go party. We will.
There's always the videos of parents' weekend, and the parents are like in the parties and like getting crazy and stuff.
I bet that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I can't wait. Let's go.
Yeah, man. I'm excited.
You don't understand how that does the exact opposite for me. The idea of tailgating. And
Yeah,
all that stuff.
you're gonna hate it.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not. I'm not going up there at all.
It's hot.
for
There's a
that.
lot of walking. There's people everywhere.
all the worst things you can
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
of. Oh man,
It's fun though. It is a lot of fun.
I can't go Knowles.
I went to USF and I used to get super excited to go visit my buddies at FSU because it was just such a party town. It's the first time I ever went to like a house party was at FSU.
Yeah, especially in
They
the
had
fall,
kegs.
man. It's
Yeah.
wild.
Oh.
I never went to college, but I went to colleges and
Yeah,
hung out,
yeah.
like, friends and stuff. It was a blast.
Yeah.
I remember going to Northern Illinois University, and I got laid 3 times in one night.
Yeah.
Different
Wow.
girls.
Up.
Different girls.
Yeah.
I was
super penis over
I
here.
was very proud of myself. Very proud of
Hello,
myself.
ladies.
It's a new state record.
And by the way, they never caught me.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
Statute of limitations.
Ted Bundy took the heat for all the things we got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear Leo Schofield, the guy who was wrongfully imprisoned for killing his wife? It was a big story, but he was on with Drew yesterday, and he said, I didn't hear it, but Drew's texted me and said that he also gave us a big shout out. Said while he was in jail, or in prison, he listened to the show and to the station, and that helps a lot of those guys through. And I said we should totally do a live gig from jail.
I don't see
Oh,
why not.
yeah.
And-
Like Metallica video.
Metallica, like Johnny Cash,
Yeah.
but I don't know. We'd have to work on it. Like I don't know who
to contact?
well, I mean, we could figure that out, but like I don't know what the protocol is. If you can, yes, Spanish. Did you just
question.
raise your
I
hand?
did, yeah. Do you want to? Are we talking like a jail or are we going to a prison?
Well, we'd have to go somewhere that's accessible to us. Like within, like what do we have? There's the one in Pasco.
Yeah.
What else?
None that
The
I
one
know
in
of.
Pasco is pretty good. Like that's the one that has the farm out back
Yeah.
and stuff. So that might be.
And then Orient Road is jail.
or you're on
Yeah.
jail. People aren't staying there.
I think Pasco's jail too, though. County jail.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think that's state prison.
I thought that was a long timer because that they have all those work programs there. and
Oh,
stuff.
maybe.
I don't really know. I don't know. I've never been, thankfully. I don't
Nah,
know.
nor have I.
I know
Yeah.
there's a state prison up in northern Florida.
Yeah, I don't want to
Tallahassee,
leave. I don't
big
want to
state
leave the
prison up
area
there.
though.
Yeah.
No, I want to stay here.
Okay.
Largo Road Prison.
Largo.
Yeah, there's
oh,
a
that
Largo.
is that. No.
Clearwater Corrections Department. Pinellas County Jail.
Hey.
There's a bunch of juvie places all over the place for juvenile. Let's see.
I want to do it for the kid. I hate kids.
I don't
Zephyr
either.
Hills Correctional Institution, prison, whatever.
Man.
Yeah, so
I'd like
there's some choices.
I'd like to do one.
Yeah,
I talked to Bobby Kelly last night. He goes, I'm in.
dude.
I mean, we bring a whole show. We bring Drew in there. We bring everybody, and we do like a 2-hour show or a 3-hour show, or even if we did 4 hours and we did two hours of us and 2 hours of Drew, in and out.
Two things. One, I would love if we went and then we left Joe behind. Just keep Joe.
He can't get out.
You're getting.
I don't think Joe wants to leave. He's
Yeah.
having a good time.
It's free food, right?
And remember, Jeff Ross went in and was roasting people in prison.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, good lord.
You think we could do a punch out in a prison?
Oh, now you're.
Now
just-
you're just being
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Do they usually do like fun activities in prison?
Yeah.
We'll put a shiv in the middle of the.
No shift.
There's got to be.
But they have to wear boxing gloves, so they have to try and pick it up with boxing gloves.
Who makes the best shiv? No, but like this could be a thing. Hey, you've got 30 good days of
Yeah.
behavior, and that gets you into the show.
Yeah.
We bring a band, we bring a comedian, we do the show stunts. Well, dude, I'm telling you, that would be huge.
We do a toilet wine contest.
Yep.
Yeah.
I smash a glass when I go out on stage. Get everybody all fired up.
Wow, I'm looking at this. So this guy spent 37 years in prison. He was wrongfully accused until the convicted killer Jeremy Scott confessed to
It's
the
just like
actual murder.
Shawshank.
Yeah.
It's just like
Oh.
Shawshank. He got pinched for it, and then the other guy, another felon, convicted. I mean, confessed.
So there's so many people that are innocent that are in prison. Like there, statistically, of as many people that are in prison, obviously there's people that are innocent, and it happens all the time. And the Innocence Project helps them out and stuff. But could you imagine? No DNA and no Innocence Project. How many people were in prison?
Yeah.
They
How
were
many
just
black
like,
people in the 60s.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, so many that they were just like, I don't like the cut of his jib. Put him in
Yeah.
prison.
Yeah.
You
That guy
know.
looks
Well,
guilty.
Yeah.
I just sent something to Chad to share with his team because it was literally like maybe 10 football players that were wrongfully convicted
Oh, yeah.
of rape,
yeah.
and then they just get let out, and it's sorry,
Yeah.
you missed your chance at college in the NFL because they were all like number one picks.
There was
you know what I mean?
specifically the one I remember who was right at college age or maybe just in college, and he was a phenom and going to be the next big superstar. And the girl said that he raped her, and then years later,
6 years later.
she admitted that she made the whole thing up. She got prison time.
Yeah,
she got
2
yeah.
years. But she only got 2 years.
She ruined exactly his window of opportunity to be in the NFL.
Oh, you're guilty until you're not.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Didn't China write about saying that she got raped by the basketball team at
Yeah.
UT?
Yeah.
And then came out later on and said it wasn't true.
Yeah, it
All
was just a
Xbox wasn't
gangbang or
true,
something.
yeah.
Remember the entire Duke lacrosse team?
Yeah. Oh,
They all-
yeah.
yeah.
And they were
The
all
whole team,
vilified. Yeah.
The media, everybody were like just destroying their lives.
Al
All those-
Sharpton.
They all got doxxed and all
Yeah.
their information got out there, and
Yeah.
then they find out that they were all completely innocent.
Right. That's wild, man.
Imagine that's your kid, and then people are coming to your house. and
Sure.
call him a rapist.
I remember, I'm not going to say who, but when the Duke lacrosse thing happened, somebody in the local news went as a Duke lacrosse player with a girl who went, and I would thought, but I mean, that was it's so long ago, but imagine that now. You would lose your entire career just for trying to make a joke about something. Ugh.
That's pretty rough. And there's, I believe, a judge in Nevada right now is being investigated because she went missing around the beginning of May. And I guess she's having some psychiatric issues. And now they have to go back into all of her cases to determine if she was just falsely imprisoning people,
Sure.
giving them
Man.
crazy sentences because she was losing her mind. Yeah.
Well,
That's
remember
rough.
there was a whole thing, and they did it on Law and Order because those are ripped from the headlines. That there was judges that were taking money to convict juveniles to put them in the juvenile facilities to make money for them.
Yeah.
And so they would kick back to the judges. They were like, "Hey, if you get 10, that's $1,000. If you get 20, you get $2,000. Yeah, that's crazy.
There was a bigger investigation because they are trying to privatize all the prisons in the U.S. and they're right now. I believe the Department of Justice is trying to figure out if that's still happening.
Private prisons are money,
dude.
man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're money makers for sure. And you wonder why people are convicted and in there, and how many people that are in there that are on minor charges. That, and like you said, with black people who get convicted on, having an ounce of weed or something,
Yeah.
where a white guy has 50 pounds of cocaine, and they're like, nah, he's fine.
Yeah, and that guy, the black guy, gets 5 years in jail for the
Yeah.
little weed.
The girl that killed the rapist, the guy he took her and held her
Yeah.
and raped her and did all this stuff and so she wound up killing him, and she was like 15 years old, and they put her in prison. And it was like, what is going on?
Yeah,
What is she supposed to do?
yeah, it's crazy.
Carmen, you're lucky your dad got away.
My dad didn't do that.
Anymore.
Take him to dinner.
No.
Yeah. Ever since you bought him dinner, he turned everything around. Tonight, I will set them all free.
Yes.
All right, it is Friday. We got a good show today. Joe Mackey will be here a little bit later on. He's going to be at Side Splitters. We got Saigon Cake tonight. You still going?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So am I. 100%.
Joe, you going or no?
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. I feel
Why
bad.
not, Joe?
My life is boxes and unpacking and
Yeah,
the
that's
whole
what the
weekend.
girls are for.
I
You have
know,
a whole
but
weekend.
I got a Sweet 16 party coming up next weekend, so
Oh.
I gotta
Jeez.
Jeez.
Your new adopted daughter?
yeah.
And where are you having that? At your house?
Yeah.
Oh man, are we all invited to
If
that?
you would like to
No,
come.
I don't want to go.
Oh, well.
Joe,
Jesus.
is that possibly in your future adopting her?
I don't know. I mean,
They'll
maybe.
never, courts will never
Yeah.
approve
No.
that.
Doesn't she have to say yes?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not saying that he's just going to go forever. and then-
Forcing an adoption?
Yeah.
I mean, if she's 16, she's turning 16.
yes.
Yeah, so I don't know how long until if you would get married, for a fourth
Yeah,
time.
well.
So who are you inviting to this?
I don't know. I'm not making the guest list. It's going to be all her friends.
Why are you
Oh,
unpacking boxes?
Maybe I will come.
Because
Yeah, why? What
she
are
just
you
moved
showing
in.
up for, Sweet 16?
Yeah, come on over,
Yeah,
Michael.
Just
that's
asking.
weird.
Yeah.
It's a party.
It's nothing wrong
Doesn't
with that.
know her.
Wait a
Doesn't
second.
know her
I
name.
just said I would not go. What do you mean showing
You
up?
said maybe I'll show up.
I was kidding because he said it would be all her friends. It
Cake
was a
and
joke.
lemonade,
Yeah.
Michael. Come
Oh
on
my
over.
god.
Is it
easy
not?
Snapchat?
Is it
Yeah.
not true you like her better than your own son?
What?
Wow.
What?
Wow.
What?
Is it not true that you like her better than your
No,
real
it is
son?
definitely not true.
You
I
let
like
her live
what
in
you're
your
saying.
house?
Yeah.
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 Well, I let him live in my house too.
I'm
Oh.
kidding.
when
You
he
like
was
her-
born.
Like her less, huh? Mm.
No, I didn't say that. What's the matter with you?
No,
Why
I
you
get
got to
it.
start trouble?
I'm just asking
It's
questions.
Friday.
It is Friday.
Come on.
All right.
Sorry you had a hard time at the Starbucks, but don't take it out on me.
Go pack your boxes.
Joe, did they say glizzies are rolling?
Listen, I want to get some glizzies this weekend.
I wish we
Going
had
in.
if there was if somebody with a hot dog truck that could swing by now, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, that would be
That would
awesome.
be great.
Mm.
Dude, so I got my kegs all tapped up and
Yeah.
ready to go.
hmm
I,
Did you test them?
I did.
Yeah.
Did you?
No,
No.
I didn't.
Just test one.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you try both of them?
I didn't drink the seltzer.
Okay.
I'll do it, Michael.
Okay, thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
I appreciate your efforts. Yeah, and then we got some liquid death.
Yeah.
We gotta put that in the fridge. We gotta
Okay.
stock it up
Done.
because it's gonna get stolen out there.
Yeah. Get ready for the party.
Yeah, I got a party, Joe. I got a
Dude.
party I gotta get ready for too.
All right, well, let me use the decorations when you're done.
It'll be cross happy graduation.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah. I got my wife a anniversary card for Mother's Day.
Oh.
'Cause we're-
Anniversary.
Yeah, because we were away for Mother's Day,
Yeah.
so I couldn't get her a card. And I did buy her a gift. And when I went to go get a card, I was like, I'm not gonna find a Mother's Day card. So I just bought her a card. Said, I love you. Said, I love you so much. There you go.
Did you write in it?
No. Well, I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't give it to her blank.
Was there a
You
poem?
know?
Just
What'd
said
you put?
from. It
Love
just said
Mike.
from Mike.
Yeah, that's all I write is love Mike at the bottom. I actually write love Michael. I can't write Mike. I can't. It looks when I write Mike Mike, it looks like a third grader wrote it. If I sign Michael, it looks like a signature.
Professional, yeah.
I did enjoy reading Carmen's email yesterday
Yeah, that
that you
was
sent the
good.
group.
That
Oh,
was-
yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
I found the email that Carmen sent me before she worked here about wanting to work on the show. I didn't post that. I just sent it to the
Yeah.
group.
I
That was
Well
good.
crafted.
Listen.
It came with nudes and everything.
Wowza. This is all your fault.
Yeah, because the thing is, you have to go. I have to talk to this guy like I don't talk, and like he probably doesn't want to hear.
Yeah.
But I have to make it sound professional.
Well, and not even, well, there was a lot of curses, is which I'm surprised about. So I'm assuming that Jason, the guy that
Yeah,
hooked us up, was kind of like, it's kind of edgy. So I was trying to be
edgy.
or just
Cool mom.
Yeah.
basically. But I was 20, so I wanted you to know that I wasn't a girl, like a girly girl.
Right.
You know what I mean?
right.
But I was just like, oh my God, why did after the first curse, I was like, I can't read this.
Nah.
I was like, oh my God. I was so
I've never
embarrassed.
seen so much cursing in a resume before.
Exactly. That's why I was like, oh my. But I did star it out, which was totally like an early 2000 thing.
Wait, I have a question. How did you get on the show?
You really don't remember? I could tell you, I called the show one day, all day, until Dinah answered, and I just said, I want to be your intern. And she was like, you got to meet with me and John Brennan. And then I went to the interview and just lied my way through the interview.
Yeah, I remember that. I do, but the funny thing is that this is the #1 show in all of mornings here in Tampa Bay, and the two people on the show got jobs because they called up one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got one, you send in an email. You got one because you called up one day.
Yeah,
You
It's
don't know
hilarious.
until you ask.
Yeah, I literally said to Dinah, I'm not going to stop calling until you guys meet with me. And she's like, all right, email John Brennan.
That's hilarious.
And I was at a bikini contest.
That's
Yeah.
I
right.
wasn't even looking for a job. I was just trying to have fun at the bar.
You got recruited.
Yeah.
But I didn't even get the feeling that Jason was trying to bang you. I felt like he met a cool girl that he
Yeah.
was like, she would be cool.
By the way,
Yeah.
different Jason, not Jason, our boss.
Yeah. No.
Just so, didn't get back. Did you hear Jason was trying to bang
Yeah,
Carmen?
Jason was at a
At a
strip
bikini
club.
contest?
At a bikini contest.
He put her on the show just so you could have her there to bang her.
I was told this is your last chance.
It's the last show.
There are
That
no shows left here. So if this doesn't work, you're done. You need to move on down the road.
Gio secretly worked on the show for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so funny.
I got past the guy who called me sophomoric. Was it sophomoric or juvenile? Something.
juvenile
Juvenile.
is what you
Juvenile? Yeah. And Mike told me.
Sophomoric almost sounds like it's a compliment.
Yeah.
Juvenile. He goes, I don't know. He sounds kind of juvenile. I went, I don't know if you've heard my show before. It's the whole thing is juvenile.
Because I sent my demo and my resume and all that stuff to the program director, but I sent it to Mike and said, obviously, you're going to have a big say in who your co-host is and stuff. And then Mike, was like, hey, yeah, this is great. Send me more. And then you told me that they were like looking at some other people, and you told them, hey, you can fly in whoever you want, but this is the guy.
Yeah.
So
He
I was
goes,
like,
"Yeah."
oh, good.
He said, we're going to fly in a couple more people. And I said, cool, fly in all you want. I go, but that's the guy.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what you're wasting your time for. Listen, I make great decisions on this show.
I got to tell you,
Like the guy
you.
they brought in here who was the program director of a radio station in Washington, D.C., and they wanted him to be my producer, and he was way overqualified. And we went to lunch. We had a great lunch, and this guy was like, I got this job. And I said, no, and we hired Rob.
Oh, man. You are, I don't even know, 50-50 maybe? Maybe 50-50? Maybe.
No, I would listen. I hire chaos, so I know. Like my core of people is good, but I still love the chaos that comes around it.
Nobody else does. Do you know that? That nobody else
Yeah.
likes that?
I hate to break it to you, but the listening audience does, and that's the ones
nobody
they
really
care
liked
about.
Rob. Nobody liked.
They love the ratings.
Nobody liked Hoppy.
We were
Nobody
number.
liked-
That's
we are
not true at
number
all.
one now.
Yeah, but the thing is that you have to keep it going and you have to keep it fresh. Yeah, listen, I could say what you want, but I did it right. It worked out perfectly, so it wasn't an accident. I'm telling you right now, Hoppy is ingrained in people's.
Yeah, because of
Mine.
you. It literally could have been it could have been a bucket of dirty water. And if you would have said, "Hey, bucket, get over here," and it would have been the exact same thing.
You're
and
forgetting-
that's a credit to you.
Right, but you're forgetting some of the great moments. Hoppy wearing the C-3PO mask because he wanted to interview Jim Norton. we could only do it if he wore a mask.
But he did that on his own.
No, but that's the thing. You need somebody like that in order to do it.
Hoppy also was Hoppy in other places, like doing the same shtick.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. He was, and the only one that I think is not worth, even though I think there's some good juice there, but it's not worth the juice is Tuttle. Tuttle had it when we had Tuttle on as a remote thing where he was out live. That is really where he is completely fearless. He will do anything, and he will do it for the good of radio. But the person that Tuttle is such trash that it doesn't make it worth being associated with him. I don't feel that way about Hoppy. Hoppy is just dumb.
Yeah.
Hoppy's dumb and he's autistic and it's he's sometimes difficult to be around. And it's just
That photo that you have of him on the cruise is.
I mean, that makes it. That
Favorite
makes
photo.
that you can't buy that. You know what I mean?
That's when Bobby, dude, not tonight. You're
Oh,
down there.
That was so funny. That was so funny.
And Bobby was like, "What? No, dude,
Okay.
you're down there tonight."
And my favorite Rob moment was obviously the when he cried in the
Quit.
studio, dude.
Oh yeah.
He started crying, and,
I mean, it's one of the most memorable moments on the show.
and Ian goes, "Are you crying?"
Yeah. No, though. The best was, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't
No.
do it. Ian building up before he cried. Don't do it. Don't
Ian
do
can
it.
see.
Oh
No,
my God.
that was great. That was
Yeah.
great. Anyway, we got to take a break. We got Sporcle up next. Carmen will tell us what we have to give away. And then we will play Sporcle. Is Galvin going for 3 in a row?
Yes.
Ooh,
Yes, he is.
I don't like it.
I don't like it
at all.
either.
I don't feel like
No.
singing.
Yeah, no
Whatever.
Led Zeppelin quiz today, please.
Yeah.
Carmen.
Mm-hmm.
It
is the history of John Bonham.
Oh God.
Running shoes.
Yeah.
God.
Types of dogs.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Sporkle's next on 102.5 The Bone. Carmen's got a list of things we have to give away today. Carmen, what do we have on that list?
I do. We have tickets for Kane Brown, Saigon Kick.
Kane Brown also sounds like it would be a good chicken restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Next
Kane
thing you're in
Brown's.
the groove.
Yeah.
Steve-O and the Marley Brothers.
I would not eat Steve-O's chicken, though. All right, let's do it right now with a little bit of Sporcle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporcle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Galvin's going for 3 in a row.
Let me
Three in a
take
row.
my teaser out of my mouth.
Oh,
All right.
you got one in
Like it,
there?
right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was getting amped up for it.
Yeah.
Carmen, I'm on the teaser train.
Dude,
Yeah,
so good.
love it, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
it was good. I put Mike Allstott's creamsicle in my mouth every day.
Mm.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what are we playing today?
All right. Today is going to be a word ladder.
Okay.
Wow.
And the words that you're going to be giving, 4 letters, books missing words. Okay? So these are 4-letter words missing from a book's title, but a lot of these books are movies. Okay?
All right.
But just keeping the
For you
theme
dumbasses.
Yeah.
of the
Don't
four-
read.
of the 4-letter words.
Gotcha.
Okay?
All right.
All right. Your first one, The Thief.
Book.
Galvin. Alive 25.
Stay.
Your last word was book.
Oh. Can I guess again?
Word ladder.
Look.
Look is correct. Who said that first?
I did.
Okay, Galvin. I gotta turn you guys up. Your next one, and key.
Lock.
Mike?
That makes more sense. Hook and key.
Hickory dickory.
Doc.
Galvin.
No, that was Geo.
Oh,
Integrity.
Integrity.
Thank you.
Good job. Your last word was Doc. Your next clue, Moby.
Dick.
Galvin.
I was laughing in my head. I go, there's no way it's going to be Dick. So it's got to be Deck or something. But yeah.
The Man.
Tick.
Your last word was Dick. Your next book, The Man. We are children. Shark is right.
Dick.
Thick. The Thick Man is a great book.
The Blank Man. The Dice Man.
I'm over here now.
Of and Men.
Mice.
Yes, Pap.
Galvin.
That
was-
I think it was,
that
G-
was me.
There was somebody over
Yeah.
there. Who was it?
Spanish.
Okay.
Spanish gets the point.
You're the worst.
Moonlight.
Nice.
What was the last word?
Your last word was mice. Change one letter. Moonlight.
Mile.
Spanish.
What is it?
Mile.
The Odessa.
Pile.
Milk.
Your last word was mile. Change one letter. The Odessa.
Mine.
Mole.
No. The Odessa file.
Oh. Makes more sense.
And Pap.
Oh.
We are halfway there.
Gio has a single point. Michael also has 1. Spanish doubling that with 2. And Galvin is your leader right now. He's winning with 3.
Okay, we are playing a book title word ladder. Your last word was file. Your next book title, Eleanor Oliphant, is completely
Full.
Eleanor. Oh,
is completely
fine.
Yes.
Mm.
Mike Calta. Fantastic beasts and
9.
where to
Find
them. Find Spanish. Gone with the
Win.
Spanish.
That was-
No, that was Geo.
Geo, excuse me. Dandelion.
Wine.
Wand.
Wine. Mike Calta. The Time Travelers.
Wife.
Spanish. Of pie.
Life.
Mike. The rest of us just here.
Lie.
What'd you say, Galvin?
Live.
The rest of us just live here, Galvin. Eat, pray,
Give.
Love.
love.
What'd you say? Gay?
Give.
Eat, pray, gay.
Spanish.
What? Love was the last one. All right.
Yes, love was your last word. The wings of
Dove.
the Schmeichel
Schmeichel.
and Pap Pap. We are on the last, right?
Gio has 2 points on the board. Galvin has 4.
Uh-oh.
Michael and Spanish are both tied.
Oh.
They have 5.
You got it, Spanish.
Tight,
You
tight,
have it,
tight,
Michael.
tight, tight.
Streak Slayers.
All right, we are doing book title word ladder. Your last word was dove. Your next book title, Under the
Dome.
Mike. She's undone.
Come.
Yeah. And your last one, along
Came.
a spider. Galvin.
Ew.
Came on a spider.
Your final score, Gio with 2 points on the board. Spanish and Galvin both with 5. And Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 7.
Nice. Come from behind.
That was good.
Congratulations, Michael.
Moby Dick.
Good morning. Who's this?
Judd?
Judd.
Yes.
How you doing, Judd?
Doing great. How are you?
You don't meet a lot of Judds anymore. You're probably the last in the line of Judds.
I think so too.
It's a good name though.
Is Judd short for something? Is that a nickname?
Judson.
Judrick.
Nope, that's
Jedediah.
the real name, Judd.
Judd.
Just Judd?
2 D's or 1?
Just Judd. 2 Ds.
This poor guy's like, I just want tickets.
I didn't know there was going to be a quiz.
Hold on, Judd. Carmen will grab you during the break and we'll take care of you. You're the winner, all right, buddy?
Yep, thank you.
All right, thank you. There you go, Judd.
That makes me think of Judd Nelson, which makes me think there's that new Rat Pack or Brat Pack documentary that's out.
Yeah.
Andrew, what's his name?
Who are the Judds?
Ashley?
Judd Nelson. Ashley Judd.
Judd Apatow.
Judd
Judd Hirsch.
Apatow, Judd Hirsch. No, that's a Jed.
Judd Clampett.
That was
No,
that's a
Jed.
Jed. Yeah. There's. I gotta tell you though, all Judds seem pretty stand up.
Pretty successful.
Well, I mean, we don't know all the
I
poor
don't-
judges.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met a Judd.
Me neither.
No?
Oh, I've met a Judd. There was a guy in Real World named Judd. I remember that.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
just
if
like
I've
they.
ever met a Judd.
It's like they were trying to come up with something else. They were like Judd. Judd. Just make it Judd.
Did Joe say Juddediah?
All right, Calvin. What do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, just like Dad, New Earth, and Is It Murder?
Yay! All right, Calvin, as your news. We'll take a quick break, come back, and dive right into that next on 102.5 The Bone.
Now, do you have the proper generator to run those awesome ACs for hurricane season?
Oh.
That's my next thing, Calvin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
They say this
but-
is going to be a bad hurricane season.
But you've been saying that for a few years.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I know you have the one, but I like the full, to
Yeah.
run the full system.
No, I need to get that done. I need to just bite the bullet on that and get it done.
Yeah.
It seems like every time there's a hurricane, Mike is like 2 days out trying to scramble to get it done.
Listen,
And then Calvin's talking about how he's ready to just flip the switch.
it's
Yeah.
not this guy. It's my wife.
Yeah.
Release the funds.
She will not release the funds to have it done. She
But there's-
is cheap.
There was like no named hurricanes that landed last season.
Right, but they say this one's Carmen is overactive.
That's what because of that, like because that's what Chad does usually, you know.
Yeah.
And he didn't have any work last year, so he's already getting all the companies are already reaching out to all the adjusters, being like, "Hey, do you want to be on our list? Because we're expecting a bad season."
They were saying the water temperature currently is what it usually is in August.
Yeah, it's so
in
hot
June.
out
Yeah,
there.
like it's like a month and a half ahead of what it usually is. It's temperature wise.
Now you think they're using the space lasers to heat up the water?
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
Nah, why would they do that?
Just boil the fish right while they're in the ocean.
No way.
You just grab a crab; it's already red.
Yeah,
it's Starlink. I think something's going on.
I agree with you, dude.
There was another SpaceX that went up last night. I saw it from my
You don't
house.
think it's the cyclical events of the world and the Earth?
No.
And the atmosphere.
So the only reason I don't is because the scientists that have been watching it, and these are the scientists that are bipartisan. They don't play into the politics. They just go by the numbers.
Right.
They've said that it's unreasonable as to why the water is heating up so rapidly in different months. They used to think it was because we were getting hit by a bunch of solar flares, but the type of radiation that we're being hit with doesn't heat up the water.
Easy, Greta Thunberg.
Yeah. So then they, I don't know if you
dare you.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but there's a bunch of leaked video that's been going around of HARP weapons of the military hitting targets on the ground for practice, and it's the same energy weapons that people have been talking about that they can, it's that blue light that comes in a single beam.
Can I just say, ladies and gentlemen, Spanish is back.
Hey, what's up?
Spanish is back.
Yeah.
I hear different tones in your
Yeah,
voice.
yeah.
You're back talking about conspiracy theories. We broke you. We
I
broke
was
you.
just very tired yesterday.
That's why I'm voting for Trump, though, because didn't he say he could shoot the ice laser?
Yeah,
Under the
the
hurricane.
the cold nuclear bomb.
Yeah. So we're gonna need that.
Yeah. So, but
get
yeah,
it.
it's crazy. And then they definitely have admitted that they're it's cloud seeding. So they're cloud seeding, not chemtrails.
The one place
Tennessee.
did it.
Yeah.
Another country did it and flooded their whole joint.
Well, I know Mexico sued Volkswagen because they were redirecting hailstorms off of their parking lots, and it was hitting the village next to where they were.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and the government sued them.
I've never seen more Volkswagen than in Mexico.
It's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
There's more Volkswagen in Mexico than there is Germany.
Yeah.
So when people say we can't control the weather, I think that's a ridiculous thing to say. But
Did you guys see the trend where people were boiling vinegar because? Well, hear me out.
For what?
Yeah.
Because of the cloud seeding. So they would people would look up and you would see all the streaks and stuff in the sky, and then you boil vinegar outside, and then a couple hours later, completely clear.
Yeah.
Like the foggy haze that you kind of like had to look through, it was completely gone, and then it was just it looked like clear skies.
How much vinegar do you have to boil?
Right.
People were just doing like pots. People had like candle warmers, like a bunch of them, but like just like a pot of vinegar.
But was it like a whole community doing it at the same time, or was like 4 people?
Well, these were just individuals showing that they were doing it on TikTok. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they had the whole neighborhood doing it, but these were just individuals who were like, it
Yeah, I
worked.
feel like that may absolutely
need
work,
more.
whatever. But yeah, I feel like we
more.
need more. It may just be 2 hours. It cleared up, whatever.
Yeah,
it
I know
was.
Tennessee banned cloud seeding, and when now people do videos, the sky is completely clear.
And why would you have to ban something that they don't do?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Oh
That's
my
just a
God,
conspiracy
it's
theory,
crazy.
man.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
All right,
Yeah, I
get,
know,
your,
dude.
get your generator.
Yeah,
That's what
Yeah.
we're saying.
Yeah.
We're all coming over there, right?
Get it now.
I'm staring at the Uber Eats driver.
Oh.
yes.
What'd you guys order?
It
Don't
seems
worry
to
about
be stuck at the gate.
Oh, no.
You got some
Did he go to
glizz-
the wrong gate?
some glizzies. Oh, is he at the back gate?
He's just sitting at the gate. Oh,
He's eating your food.
hold on. He's either turning around or coming in. Hold on.
We've got movement.
You can do it. You can do it.
Do it.
He's in.
Oh.
Thank you.
Got it.
Thank you, Matthew.
Hmm.
Oh wait, his car. I think he's drunk. Dude, I'm watching the car and it's going this way, then this way, then this way. This is the weirdest thing.
I hope he's got blue cheese.
Blue cheese. It's a bagel.
Do some shots.
What did you order?
Bagels.
Oh.
They didn't have glizzies, Joe. I tried to get you a glizzy.
Oh, it's upsetting. It's all right, Michael.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes, and it is finally here. Pelt Shoes Memorial Day sale happening now through the entire Memorial Day weekend. You're going to have tons of clearance markdowns on all your favorite brands and styles. So now is the time to get yourself a few pairs of shoes. Save some money. They have $10 coupon. They have $10 off $75 coupons for full priced items and 10% off clearance items. So they're already marked down. They're marked down even more. Not to mention they're going to have sidewalk sales out there and all kind of great stuff happening. So stop by at Pelts this weekend for the big sale. They have 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. Make sure you tell them Galvin from the Mike Calta Show sent you. So we have some interesting science news, a few things here to start off. Scientists using a NASA space telescope have discovered a new world. It's about It's pretty interesting because this is about the size of Earth. It sits remarkably close to our solar system and could be comfortable for life as we know it. The exoplanet named Giselle 12b orbits a small and cool red dwarf star located around 40 light years. Joe!
What?
40 light years.
Christ.
He's trying to
I'm
get
like
attention.
waving at you.
I was looking up the planet.
It's located around 40 light years from Earth in the constellation Pisces. The exoplanet, which the team found with NASA's transiting exoplanet survey satellite, is estimated to have a width of around 1.1 times that of Earth, making it similar to our planet as well as Venus, which is often called our world's solar system twin.
Yeah.
Venus is?
Yeah,
Why
so-
don't we just go to Venus
No,
then?
too gaseous.
So this Giselle 12b could be a planet that we could inhabit.
Nah.
Well,
No, Spanish says no. Sorry,
Well,
NASA.
yeah.
Sorry, NASA. Spanish
Spanish
said no.
do.
Get out of here.
I bet you there's a bunch of planets we can inhabit.
Totally.
We just don't know.
Yeah.
We don't have no any idea to get there. We've never been to the moon. We don't know nothing.
Well, I love the theory that they've discovered planets that are just like ours, but because there's life already there, they just don't tell anyone. You know,
Oh,
they don't wanna-
really?
You don't
yeah.
want to start a war?
Yeah,
Space
they're-
war?
Yeah.
I don't
see
understand.
that.
I don't understand why if they're living there comfortably and we're living here comfortably, we can't just be friends.
Well, I don't know about being friends, but remember we were sending that radio signal out?
Yeah.
And then remember a couple of years ago, they said that we received one back?
Yeah.
And then it just kind of disappeared?
Well, we were receiving a sequence.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
Well, because that's all we have the technology to send and or receive. So I remember reading it, and then when you look for follow-ups, it's funny because there's no real follow-ups on the scientists who were
Shut it down.
communicating with somebody. Yeah. or
But
something.
also with, why can't we just be friends? You're friendly with your neighbors, right?
Yeah.
What if they came over and started living here?
No, but we don't want to live there, and we don't,
We
or
don't?
maybe,
Yeah.
or maybe. Well, we got enough immigration issues, but
Yeah.
maybe if their planet's one time bigger than ours, and they're like, we got plenty of room, we could take some of your people.
Who's going to say we have plenty of room?
I don't know. Maybe they're advanced. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they're advanced. Oh, you want to move here? Laser zap.
What if
Earth
they're
gone.
like, hey, we don't have any room here, but we found this other planet that's pretty empty, and we started sending people over there. You guys might want to do that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, or maybe we could just become pen pals.
Maybe, or maybe they go, oh, we didn't know you guys were out there. We'll just take your planet now. Good news for Ted Williams. Researchers in China figured out how to reanimate frozen brain tissue.
Cool.
They thawed some out after 18 months, and it was like nothing ever happened. Short term, it could help researchers preserve brain samples longer. Long term, they say it could be applied to entire brains.
Wow.
Great.
So Ted Williams is going to be back.
But I think he's just ahead,
Yeah, that's fine.
isn't he?
Yeah, we can put him on a body. We can figure it out.
Weren't they going to do this for Walt Disney too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his head's still frozen.
Yeah, it's under the castle.
Frozen head.
I always think about what you say, Gio, when stuff like this comes out, is if this is what we know about.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
Right,
mean? Imagine the tech that they have already.
By
Yeah.
the time it trickles down
Yeah.
to Joe Public,
Yeah.
They said groundbreaking in his field, Dr. Frankenstein. is
Yeah.
looking
Yeah,
into that.
yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Frankenstein.
A priest in St. Cloud, Florida, bit a woman after denying her communion.
Hot.
There was a scuffle, and the priest admitted to biting the lady, but he said he was protecting the wafer because that's considered the body of Christ.
Yeah.
Stop it. I mean, amen. You're right, Michael. Amen. But come on, man. You get bites.
Listen,
the wafer at all
see
costs.
you ever see the videos of the Pope slapping the people that try to
I
hold his
love
hands
it.
up?
Love it.
But that's
Yeah.
in the
Priests get crazy.
Vatican. He's got the Swedish guard or whatever. This is America. You
I
can't
thought the
fight
priest is
people.
Swiss
supposed to.
Swiss, yeah.
Aren't they supposed to slap you when you make a confirmation?
Yeah, but that's confirmation.
Yeah, they
this
give you a
is
little
just
dominance
mass.
from
All right,
Yeah.
well, the violence is there.
No, we know the violence is there.
Got to protect Christ.
Well,
Yeah.
from Da Vinci Code, I don't know what that guy was, but the monk guy, that was beating
Yeah.
himself and flogging himself, and then the chain around his thigh and all
Yeah.
that. I don't know what.
For
Those
penance,
were the very high order. I forgot
Right.
what that's called too. But
I don't like that stuff,
It's wild.
no, that
Yeah.
is, that's ridiculous.
right? Like you could just confess your sins. You don't have to
Yeah.
beat the hell
God's
out of
cool.
Yeah,
You don't have to-
dude.
How about this? How would you react if you found this out? A mom asked Reddit for legal advice after she found out that a daycare worker put ankle weights on her 2-year-old
Oh my God, too fat.
to slow him down.
Oh, yeah.
This little son of a bitch is running around everywhere. I got some ankle weights at home. That'll slow him down.
You
Slow
gotta be
down.
kidding me.
Yeah. What would you do if you found that out? I mean, that's,
What?
That's abuse.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can't be putting ankle weights on the kid to slow him down.
Kid's
See,
gonna
I-
be a runner by the time he's
Yeah.
5.
Were they
Yeah,
teaching him to swim?
I saw parents doing that with newer babies to change them because babies kind of grab at stuff and they didn't want them getting their hands in their poop and stuff.
No.
So they would just they would just put it on their hands while they changed them, but after that they would take it off.
Okay, and that's
That's
the
fine.
parent, and
Right.
the parent has the right to do different stuff, whatever. But this is a
Can you
a
imagine
daycare
that
worker.
kid trying to walk across a daycare and slugging his feet around?
Yeah.
Also, after like a week, the kid's just jumping to the second
Yeah.
balcony. This kid's got ups. That'd be
This
crazy.
is how heroes are made.
I have a hot or not for you guys.
Yes.
All right.
What?
Listen to the facts. Here we go. In Arkansas, a former high school teacher, Heather Hare, she is 33 years old, has been sentenced to 13 years in prison, along with 20 years to be served concurrently after she engaged in sexual activities with a minor 20 or 30 times. Prosecutors had charged her with transporting a minor across state lines for the purpose of unlawful sexual activity. Federal prosecutors found that Hare met with the victim on the first day of their senior year. The woman later held one-on-one counseling sessions with the student and gave them her personal phone number, Instagram, and Snapchat. The teacher told the student that she had a dream of them having sex and gave them her home address. The relationship spanned from 2021 to 2022 school years, with sexual encounters taking place at the woman's home, in her car, classroom, and school parking lots. In one instance, the two engaged in sexual activity while on a field trip to Washington, D.C. as a part of an extracurricular activity relating to Hare's classes. She pleaded guilty to sexual activity with the minor while on the trip in April of 2022. Once the prison sentence is over for her, she will be under supervised release for the rest of her life. So she got 20 years to be served concurrently. I'm sorry, 13 years, along with 20 years to be served concurrently. So she is 33. Her name is Heather Hare. She's from Arkansas, former high school teacher. Mike Calta, hot or not?
Galvin, you had me in Arkansas. Not hot.
Not hot.
Not
All right, Gio, what do you got?
Heather, teacher. HJ's on the family or the field trip.
Oh.
She's hot.
HH giving HJs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know why. In my head, I assumed it was a girl. Like it was a lesbian thing.
Hot.
I don't know.
it-
Yeah, I didn't even think
It
about it. I don't know
doesn't
why.
say. It says the victim, first day of their senior year, and this gave them her personal phone number and stuff. So it doesn't say male or female.
More than one victim.
No. Say them, like
Oh, gotcha,
referring to
gotcha.
the person, but we're not giving
Hot. Final answer.
You say hot. All right. Spanish. What do you got?
Heather Hare. Yeah, I'm gonna go hot. I feel like she's hot.
You're gonna go with hot.
Yeah, I know a lot of hot Heathers.
All right. Carmen, what do you think?
Heather, teacher, female, 33, should be hot.
Hot heat.
Yeah.
All right.
But the fact that
Oh.
she got so much time, there is no way she's hot.
Oh, hot
You're
girls
not
don't
giving
get
a
time.
hot lady this
girls
much
don't get
time.
A twist.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
Especially in Arkansas.
So
That's
you
what
say not hot then.
Yeah.
All right, we're split down the middle. Mike and Carmen say not hot. Spanish and Gio both say hot. Pep, show me Arkansas. She's hot.
Yeah.
She's hot.
Uh,
For the purposes of this game,
Yeah.
she is hot.
For the game, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's no beast or anything like
Nah.
that.
No, if I was a kid, I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
great.
She's solid for 33-year-old teacher. Yeah, if you're a
She's a 5.2.
That's like an Arkansas 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
oh,
for
yeah.
this game, that's an 8. Yeah.
That's a shined up Arkansas for sure. Yeah.
She's got 30 years to serve, huh?
So what? Arkansas is just really against child stuff?
No, well, I mean, I
Or-
guess this was ongoing. They said it was like 20 or 30 times, and it
Yeah.
lasted a whole year, and all the different stuff that she did. I don't know why such a long sentence, but
I'm saying usually, like any teacher in the state of Florida that does this, they get like a slap on the wrist, like some probation and stuff.
I think they charge you for each incident.
right,
And the
Oh.
fact that it went
yeah.
on for so long, like
Oh,
that's a
yeah.
charge for each time.
Yeah.
You
I
can't-
think.
Yeah, and you can't cross state lines. That's a big
Oh
no.
yeah, that was the
federal.
big
That's-
thing. That's
that's
right.
probably-
That's right. That was one of the big things was the federal prosecutor.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Could this be considered attempted murder? Someone opened a package and saw a live rattlesnake inside. What is this, Kill Bill? It's unclear who sent it, but the USPS is looking into it. Fortunately, the people who opened the box are okay. They're just considering whether or not they have any enemies, like who's sending live rattlesnakes to somebody.
Who knows where there's a to get a rattlesnake to send to somebody?
I mean, you can
I
go
guess
out
you
and
go
find
get one,
rattlesnakes,
yeah.
whatever, but yeah, you could probably buy them too, but then you're leaving a trace of where, whatever. But I mean, if you go out in the woods, you can find rattlesnakes.
Just on the news, they have a best choice for Trump running mate, Tulsi Gabbard, #1 with 27%.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, let's do
With
it.
Vivek following
Yeah.
that, and
Yeah.
Tim Scott. Tim Scott, I don't find him likable.
No,
No.
Even black people don't like him.
he's very robotic.
He seems
Yeah.
like a show.
Yeah.
DeSantis will never happen, and Christian Noem
Chris-
killed the
no.
dog. She's
Dude.
out. Nikki Haley only 5%. I don't wonder if that's because they don't think that he'd pick her, or because they don't think that she'd be good.
I don't think people like Nikki Haley very much.
No, but she seems like somebody that gets the job done.
She definitely
When,
something.
when do you think he announces that, who his actual running mate is?
I don't know. I mean,
They
they got to
said-
do it before the debates, right?
Well, no, it's usually right before the conventions, like the Republican National Convention, which
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe is in like August, September.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like that Tulsi Gabbard's leading right now then. You know what I mean? You always want to be like 2 or 3 and then come up, because if she's leading, do you lead that long and then actually get picked? So I don't know. We'll see.
I did watch some of Trump yesterday from the Bronx.
I saw that
Anybody see
too.
Dude, he is so goddamn funny. He just hearing him talk. I don't even remember what he was talking about, but he was like, then we had one and it was good. Some might say it's the best. Oh, that's just the whenever he says that we have immigration's at a low, might even be an all-time low. He said when he was president, inflation was perfect. It was 1.4%. And then he said, it's even better than perfect.
Yeah.
It's better than 0, he said. 1.4 was better than 0.
And he goes,
Oh.
but a little bit of inflation's good.
Yeah. Oh.
And did you hear the part where he's like Biden? He's like, he doesn't even know he's alive.
Yeah.
He's like, look at the stage. I got stairs here, I got stairs there, and I got stairs there. He doesn't know which way to go.
Yeah.
I was
mean,
like, oh.
honestly, it just on the surface of them being human beings, not political.
Yeah.
I mean, he goes out there and just does the stuff off the top of his head. I mean, granted, some of it sounds very silly, but I don't think that Biden could do that.
He said he's like, Biden gives like a 1-minute speech and then wanders around the stage.
Yeah,
trying to
wanders, yeah.
exit. He's like, I've got stairs on every side of the stage and I can get off here.
It was very funny.
I was like, oh man.
And then he's in the Bronx, and they're like, and they were interviewing a bunch of Hispanic people that live in the Bronx, and they're like, man, we never had a Republican come to the Bronx before.
Yeah.
And it was so funny.
It was like a roast almost.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
he starts talking about Biden, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh geez.
It was. He's so entertaining. It's great.
It is funny.
That's funny that you bring that up. Donald Trump was roasted. Remember they
Yeah.
did a Comedy
Yeah,
Central
yeah,
roast
yeah, yeah.
of Donald Trump.
You know
They-
why though? He said he did it. I mean, his ego made him do it, but he said it was because they donated so much money to charity.
Yeah.
Yeah, they donated because they reportedly paid Tom Brady $25 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
So-
saw Patrick Mahomes was on Mackey yesterday, and they asked him if he'd ever do a roast. He's like, no.
not
He
after
goes,
that.
I think Tom pretty much showed what a roast can be if
Yeah.
you're in that position. He's like,
Especially him with his Kermit the Frog voice
Yeah.
and his bitchy wife and everything.
he's
Yeah.
like, there's no price they could pay. He's like, I will never do that. He's like, we all learned a lot from the Tom Brady roast.
his brother would get shredded.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
That'd be great. A mother was fined over $88,000 after her kids did what? Got her fined $88,000.
Lit a government building on fire.
Lit a government that would do it.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. No, that's not it though. What do you think the kids were doing? That they fined the mother $88,000.
They stole a police car and went on a joyride.
No.
Littered something. They ruined something. They put something in a lake or something.
Actually, opposite. They didn't
Oh.
put stuff
Stop.
down. They
They took
took stuff. they collected 72 protected clams from a California beach.
Oh yeah.
So they thought they were just seashells, and they were like, "Hey, we're getting seashells and stuff." They wound up being protected clams. They fined the mother over $88,000. The mother got the fine reduced down to $500. That's a pretty good deal. They said they learned their lesson. They're not going to do that anymore. The kids thought it was seashells. They didn't know. Exactly. They didn't know it was protected clams.
That's
Right, like unless you have pictures all over the beach.
I don't know. Maybe they had signs and stuff, but I don't know. Also, don't know how old the kids were. Whether they
Remember when Kramer sold lobsters?
Oh
You didn't know?
yeah. I read a thing about Kramer. I guess Kramer has a memoir coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And he said that Jason Alexander was going to quit Seinfeld because he wasn't getting enough airtime.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that he threatened to quit, and that Michael Richards said he quietly battled prostate cancer.
I read that. Yeah.
Interesting. Hey, buddy. My butt hurts. Mike, we hear you.
Oh, good.
We see you. And now we have emojis for you.
Oh,
7 new emojis could be on the way.
for me.
You'll probably never use 6 of them, but you'll use the one for
Is it
sure.
a gun?
A group called Unicode Consortium decides which new emojis are considered each year. And the most useful one of their latest batch is a face with bags under the eyes.
Oh.
Like, you know, I'm exhausted. I can't even type words, type of thing, whatever. If it's approved, it'll hit Apple and Android devices this fall or early 2025. There are 6 total are a fingerprint, a leafless tree, a harp, a shovel, a splatter mark. Oh, we're going to use that one.
Yeah.
And a root vegetable emoji that's either a beet or a turnip or something. Technically, there's 8 because they're considering the flag of a tiny island in the English Channel called Sark.
I feel like if there's an island that or any piece of property has a flag, the flag goes in.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of flags, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of flags.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it should be available to those people. Why do their countries not get flags?
Because you don't have that much room. Like, there's how many countries? 285
But
countries.
you should be
or
able
something?
to download your own flag.
If I'm right, by the way, on 285 countries, we should just all go home. How many countries
I'm
are
not.
195.
Damn it!
Oh.
You were close.
You were close.
I was almost double.
Working for the day.
Yeah, we're still here. I tried.
I
tried
got
it
a
out.
question. Why are we just letting one group decide how many emojis we get?
I don't know. They probably have
You
a
know what
deal
I mean?
with Apple or whoever. I don't
Is it
know.
an
these
Apple
people?
thing or does Android have?
Oh, well,
emojis?
Android, is going to
Yeah.
do it as well, I guess.
You think your emojis are better than me?
I just bring back the gun emoji.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
if it's a laser gun, that'd be
Yeah.
fine.
Which, by the way,
They have the laser gun, right?
I thought they already
It's
had a
water
harp.
gun.
Don't they have a harp?
Mm,
Shovel?
good question.
Who needs a harp?
Yeah.
Harpsichordists.
There is no harp.
The one lady that plays the harp is all that we need.
Like, what do we use a harp for? If somebody does something nice, you
Somebody
send
goes
them
to
a-
heaven.
You're,
send them
what
a
do you
harp.
want?
Well, you're not texting them
No harp.
No.
if they go to heaven.
Give
No
me a
harp?
Guinness.
No harp.
Shovel. I can see shovel.
Yeah, shovel. Like you're like, what do we do with her? You just send the shovel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That'll end up in court one day.
I send you a splatter mark. You send back a shovel. And
Yeah.
I
Then
send
we
a car.
thumbs up the shovel. Yeah.
We know what's going on. Well, there you go. Those will be heading if they're approved.
I don't like it.
You guys get bagels?
Yes. Do you want another one?
No. I got
Oh.
a silly in my
Well,
room.
I just because we have them over here.
Oh,
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
Did you get a bagel?
Bagel emoji.
Shovel.
They probably have that.
Yeah, no, I did not get a bagel yet.
Dig in.
Were you offered one?
Yeah.
right
I was
here.
gonna wait till we went to
Yeah.
a break.
No blue cheese.
Anyway.
I'm hungry now.
You want another bagel?
Bagel
No, I
just,
have my bagel
Oh.
right here. We're trying to give me another bagel.
bagel just cranked up your appetite.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
hungry.
We got the bagel. I didn't
No,
want
but
to eat
I'm
on the
saying
air.
you said I'm hungry now. Like the bagel is like a little appetizer. You
Yeah.
thinking about getting something else? Double dip?
No.
Double Uber Eats breakfast?
You want me to get Huey Magoo's for us?
No.
Oh,
I'm
so
good with the
good.
one bagel.
In a new survey, 97% of Americans say they like or love ice cream. Not too many people are like, oh, I don't like ice
Yeah.
cream. If you do, get out of America. You're not American.
Yeah.
We still like the classic flavors. What do you think's number one? Number one for ice
Chocolate.
cream. Chocolate.
Oh,
French vanilla.
Wrong.
Vanilla.
Vanilla. Just
Yeah.
straight up vanilla. Yeah.
I was gonna say red ice cream. Clearly,
Todd.
big
Red cream.
favorite.
I will tell you, I don't know too many flavors that I'm like, no, that's terrible. You know what I
No.
mean? There's so many different flavors. Vanilla is great. If you get a good like vanilla bean, like Publix has, I don't know if it's their brand or maybe Bluebell. Whatever. Yeah, I think it's Bluebell, homemade vanilla bean or whatever. Yeah, it's solid.
Yeah.
Number 1, vanilla, followed by number 2, chocolate, then strawberry, butter pecan
That's my
comes
favorite.
in. Yeah, you like
I love
that?
That's good.
butterpecan, yeah.
And then followed by cookie dough. Cookie dough is good.
Yeah, cookie dough is good. Anything with Oreos in it is
Yeah.
good.
Pistachio.
There's, like you
Pistachio is
said,
my
there's
thing.
very few flavors where you're like, gross.
I like mint chocolate chip.
Mint chocolate
yeah.
chips,
That
great.
is my
yeah, sure.
favorite.
There's like a pineapple coconut that's
Oh.
good. Salted caramel, you know.
The
Wow.
only thing I haven't enjoyed about getting older so far is ice cream hurts my tummy now.
Get the non-dairy stuff.
It's not as good.
Yeah.
But you're right.
And don't
yeah.
eat so much.
Halo's very good. Halo's very
Yeah,
good.
don't
Try
eat so
Halo.
much.
And I don't know whether Halo's non-dairy or what that is. But Halo's very good and it doesn't hurt your tum-tum.
So normally what I do if I eat ice cream, especially when I'm sad, is I'll just go in my bed and I'll get like a pint and I'll just
Sad
eat
ice cream.
it. I eat it by myself, but I have one of those beds where you could like prop yourself up.
Ah,
So I
so
just
you don't
prop
regurge?
yeah, just
You
prop
know what I do?
myself
I
up.
just get vanilla and then I sprinkle Tums in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds delicious.
Right? You get the cherry Tums, you got a little cherry vanilla.
That's funny.
Speaking of cookie dough, my wife got a bottle of cookie dough whiskey.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll
I
try
told her,
that.
I go, do you know how many good drinks I can make with that?
Oh, yeah.
Cookie dough? I don't even like whiskey, but I was like, I want to at least smell it.
They got like every flavor of whiskey now.
Put it behind my ear.
When you go to like Total Wine, there's a section of and it's just the flavored whiskeys. And
Yeah.
like peanut butter, banana split, cookie dough, like all of them.
Yeah, they did it with vodka, and they're like, hey, let's try it over
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Do that. That's wild.
Cookie dough.
Cookie dough.
Cotton
Yeah.
candy vodka was pretty good too.
Oh, yeah.
If alcohol didn't have enough sugar in it already,
Yeah.
here's cookie dough. What if it had pieces of cookie dough in it?
Dude.
Right? Like
Don't-
gold. Remember Goldschlager had the gold?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want chunks of my whiskey.
It wouldn't stay. It would be all
Ugh.
cloudy and everything. It'd be terrible. Today is 2 different national days. Today is National Brothers Day, which
All
I'm
right.
assuming means sibling.
Yeah.
Maybe something else. And
Yo, what's up?
National Asparagus Day. Who likes
right.
asparagus?
I do.
I do.
Who likes asparagus?
I do.
I do.
Can I tell you how you make asparagus that you're absolutely going to love?
Please.
Okay. Get it, put it on some tin foil on a pan. You know what I mean? And then you're going to drizzle a little olive oil over it, a little salt and pepper, Parmesan cheese. You're welcome.
I wrapped mine in
You
bacon.
add
Well-
cheese to something you like.
Right. You like bacon. You
Yeah.
like cheese.
Well, I eat asparagus, so I will eat asparagus. Like, I actually like canned asparagus.
I will eat asparagus with a steak or something like that.
Yeah.
That's fine. But I don't like asparagus.
I do. I like the actual canned asparagus, and I don't even add anything to it. I just like it like that.
I like it with herbs.
Pickled asparagus.
Oh,
It's
pickled
really
What is
good.
it, Carmen?
Pickled
Pickled what?
asparagus.
That's not what you said.
Yes, it
You
is.
said asparagus.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
you
you
did.
just
I got it
don't
on
listen.
tape.
Yeah, we all heard you.
yeah. Here, okay.
Yeah, you can throw those into a Bloody Mary, Carmen. That's pretty nice.
All right.
little pickled asparagus.
I wrapped mine in bacon and brown sugar.
And then dip it in
Yeah,
blue
that's
cheese.
the way I like Brussels sprouts
Fantastic,
too.
yeah.
Everybody's like, "Your Brussels sprouts are fantastic." When I make them at Thanksgiving, I go, "Yeah, because there's enough fat in there from the turkey and brown sugar and all the other stuff I put on it, maple syrup." It's
I've
fantastic.
always been a vegetable guy. I like vegetables a lot. Like green beans, asparagus.
They all
I love
taste
tomato
the
and
same
onions.
to me. None.
Oh, really?
Like all the green vegetables taste tasteless to me.
Mm.
It's especially
Well, then you
asparagus.
should eat them more.
I don't like them.
But I'm saying if they're tasteless to you,
Yeah,
you should just eat them.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't know. I don't. I
Eat
mean, I
no
don't-
dissatisfaction.
It's like eating an ice cube.
Mm.
It's got no taste.
But if you're eating it with other stuff, like you said, if you're having a steak or whatever, if you just had a piece of chicken with asparagus, then it tastes like chicken. You're not. You're not.
Yeah, I
getting
mean,
a-
I do that. Like whenever I eat, whenever I make something now, I make a vegetable with it.
Mm.
You know, but I'm not enjoying it.
I love broccoli, steamed
Yeah.
broccoli.
I hate broccoli.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
good.
broccoli's good.
Cauliflower.
Even raw
See, I will
broccoli.
eat broccoli, but I don't think it's good.
Yeah,
I just think it's broccoli. You know what I mean? It's like eating a tree.
Uh,
It's so weird. I don't hate it. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
I wish potatoes were better for you.
So do I. I
Yes.
eat a hell
And
of a
'cause
potato.
I don't even-
Potatoes really aren't bad for you.
Eh.
They actually say potatoes are better than rice because
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
more
yeah.
because there's more nutrients. So yes, it has starch and stuff
Right.
like that, but it's still better than eating rice.
Also, you're not loading it up with bacon and butter and all that
Wow,
stuff.
so
I
good.
don't need all that stuff for potato.
No,
at
not
all.
for
Right.
a potato.
Yeah.
And it's also good when you just eat the skin with cheese on it. And
Yeah.
bacon.
That's
Ooh.
not no.
Yeah.
So the other night, my wife and I went to whatchamacallit, Ivaroni's,
Yeah.
which I love. Their steak, fantastic. And so I had part of my steak and baked potato, like mostly the skin, and stuff. And I go, we just one box because my wife and I were both taking some stuff home. She got so mad that I put my potato skin
In her box.
Oh.
I didn't say it.
Right. In with her.
Ew.
I go, what is your... And she goes, you're never going to eat that. And I go, I'm totally going to eat it. What are you talking about? You're crazy. And I go, are you mad that it's in the same box with yours? Mingling? I go, I don't know. What is happening? So she goes, you're never going to eat that. And she was all mad about it. And so I was laughing. I was like, I don't know what you're getting so mad about. So the other day on the way home, I go, hey, can you heat up my steak and just throw that potato away? She was so mad. I go, I'm kidding. I'm going to eat it. And I ate it. And I go, that was the best potato skin I've ever had in my life. By the way, you guys will be, I don't know, happy or sad to know. The results are in on the poll of what do I love more, gambling, my wife, or my dog, Lord Vader. Any guesses?
I would say the dog.
The dog? You say
Vader
gambling?
Mhm.
You say Vader wins?
I'm gonna go. I'll say your wife
You're going to say my wife.
came from behind.
Yeah?
Oh,
Easy.
I didn't say it.
Coming in first place with 89% of the vote. By the way, over 200 votes on this. My dog, Lord Vader,
No.
89%.
Congrats.
Coming in second place with 6% of the vote.
6% is second place.
Gambling.
Gambling.
Oh no.
And dead last is my wife with
Hilarious.
5%. By the way, not how I feel. Not how I feel.
How
I would,
do you
Perception.
feel?
of
I would
people.
go wife, dog, gambling.
Ooh, I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't believe
That's
it. either.
100%
I
true.
don't believe
No.
it goes
I
dog,
think you go
wife.
dog, wife, gambling.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen to me. If my who has to die? Somebody has to go. You can't do whatever. Obviously, I pick my wife first.
We don't
To
know.
die?
You say obvious. It's not obvious
Yeah.
to us.
That no, not
To
to
die.
die.
Yeah.
I pick
Right.
my wife, then my dog, then gambling.
No, it's Vader, and then your wife and gambling are the same.
No,
Mm.
that's not true.
I mean, it is nice to hit a long parlay.
Oh, man.
That rush of adrenaline.
Speaking of parlays, in NBA playoff action, the Celtics beat the Pacers to lead that series 2-0 now. And in NHL, the Oilers beat the Stars in early and second overtime. It had to go second overtime.
wow.
Yeah, it was 2-1. The Oilers were up, and with about, I think, just under 3 minutes left, the Stars scored, so it went 2-2, and then went into second overtime. Now Oilers are up 1-0 in that series.
I can't believe the Stars are even in it. So
Really?
yeah, it's
I
just been
thought-
so long.
but they're good, and I thought the Stars were going to take it, but I mean, they still can. Obviously, it's only 1-0 for Oilers, but we'll see what happens. This is some news we talked about yesterday, and the results are in.
Uh-oh.
The results of testing on Ryan Garcia's B samples, which
Oh,
were
yeah,
open Wednesday. Yeah, we didn't think they were going to be until after the long weekend. They were opened yesterday with a representative from his camp on hand to observe. Were returned yesterday, as expected. They were both positive for the banned performance-enhancing drug Ostarine. Garcia's A samples previously tested positive for the banned substance in relation to his majority decision win over Devin Haney. After the news of the failed B test, Garcia wrote on social media, I blanking love steroids.
I might as well.
He
He's
deleted the
crazy.
post. Garcia also posted, I don't care if I never make money again with boxing. Your loss, not mine for setting me up. LOL, joke's on you. I will swallow all the steroids.
He's nuts. Man.
Garcia now faces a hearing in front of New York State Athletic Commission to answer for his failed test. Garcia likely will be suspended and the result of the fight overturned. It could either be charged with no contest or disqualification loss for Garcia and a DQ
Well, that's what it should be.
and a
It's well,
DQ
yeah.
win for Haney, which would keep his record at undefeated.
That's what it should be.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're doing steroids and doing different stuff, or
Did
doing,
something happen with Ryan Garcia in Prime and Logan Paul yesterday? Was there
Yes.
a lawsuit?
Yeah, they're
What was it
suing
about?
Ryan Garcia. I didn't read the specifics, but he is being sued by Logan Paul's company.
I don't know. Do we have any idea why?
Let me see.
I saw Logan Paul went live yesterday and was talking about it.
Yeah, there was a big long post, and I started to read it, and I couldn't get through it.
Which
I just
Logan-
couldn't.
Oh, go ahead.
What's that?
I didn't say Logan Paul's company got sued like last year.
Yeah, for
'Cause
too
it-
much caffeine.
Yeah.
spreading misinformation is what it is.
Defamation
okay.
lawsuit. Yeah.
That's garbage.
I'm trying to see what he said about it.
He probably said it had Ostarine in it.
Yeah.
I thought I had like illegal levels of caffeine in some of the drinks. Was
I don't know, but that doesn't happen. They didn't just put it out willy nilly.
Right,
It has
the
to go
FDA
through
has
so
to
many.
approve it.
Yeah.
Well, no, so they were using other substances, so it was on the ingredients, but they weren't. But because it wasn't like caffeine, it wasn't in the actual. What is it, like the graph where it shows
So
you how
the
much,
packaging was misleading.
basically.
Yeah.
But all these kids were drinking it, and it was basically you shouldn't drink it if you were under the age of 18
Oh,
because of how much caffeine it was.
Right.
And they're marketing to kids, so these 14 and 15-year-olds were drinking too many of them, and they were having like heart problems.
Yeah.
yowza.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yowza.
I told my grandma because my nephew loved them, and she bought him a case from Sam's, and I told my grandma, and she looked it up, and she went and returned it, and then my nephews
Gam.
and then my nephews were all mad at me. They're like, "How dare you?
Ah.
Got rid of our
Yeah.
prime."
My kids were all about Prime for like
Yeah.
a month or two. They're like, oh, Prime this, Prime that.
Yeah, we brought Prime to a soccer game one time, and we were the hit.
Oh, for sure.
Ooh.
I don't know if I ever tried that.
It's
I
not.
think
I had it. Wasn't. It's super like sweet, sugary, and yeah.
Interesting. Good luck with all that.
I don't drink any of those things. Not for health reasons. I just don't like them.
I really like the Gatorade's Limon Pepino.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
The Gatorade Zero is really
That's
good.
what I drink. The
I don't
Gatorade
like the
Zeros
Zero.
or the occasionally, very rarely, I'll have a Red Bull for something. I do like Red Bull,
yeah.
but I don't. I mean, I'm not getting them. I'm not buying them on the reg.
I like
And they
the-
have sugar-free ones too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Celsius. I was addicted to Celsius for a little bit. Yeah. I was slamming a couple of those a day. They're so good.
Oh, not
Yeah,
good.
I
Those
know.
are good.
My kidneys did not like it.
That there's a 7-Eleven by my house that closed. I don't know how 7-Elevens close. There's certain places that you're like, how does this place close? Like, there's enough people buying stuff. out there.
7-Eleven.
Yeah, you would think they're established. They've been around for a while, but they closed and they like were marking everything down to the point where it was ridiculous. So like stuff cost a nickel. Yeah, and there was people going in there just buying cases of stuff. But so my son and I go, let's go down and see what they got. And he bought a bunch of different. I think they're body armor or something, whatever, and they were like 20 cents each or something. But they were like, this one's cucumber and lion face, and this one's it was just weird, different flavors that nobody wanted. Yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting to see what pops up in that store because that'd be a good place for something for sure.
That's the one right by your house.
Yeah. I noticed a lot of the 7-Elevens they took the gas pumps out, so it's
They
just
don't
a
make any money
convenience
off
store.
gas.
Yeah.
They don't make any money off gas.
Yeah, but I think you would, we have gas, so you stop here and then you go
that's
in. And
the
you,
point.
Right.
But I think it's costing them money to
Oh,
have
but-
it.
yeah.
So gas is so expensive.
so now
like,
they're just like come in and get some dogs rolling.
cucumber
that's
lion
right.
faces.
Glizzies.
Who would you say is America's most trusted news anchor? Out of all the different stuff, who's the most trusted, or what America would say is the most trusted news anchor?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, not officially a news anchor, but
It's not like it used to be where everybody had Walter Cronkite. It's,
Yeah.
you got
Well,
David Muir. You've got. But I don't.
Anderson Cooper.
Yeah, Anderson Cooper was the one I was going to say too. Just 'cause
I will
think
tell
people
you,
know him.
Anderson Cooper was number one for cable news, with 60% saying they trust him. Number one for regular broadcast news.
Hannity?
No,
Tom Brokaw.
Brokaw's. I don't even think
I know he's
he's been
probably
retired
dead.
for a long time.
I don't even know who does the news anymore.
That's the thing. David Muir is the only one I know, and then the other Lester Holt.
Lester Holt, that's who it is, from NBC, is America's most trusted news anchor. They say in a poll, 65% of people said they trust him with a lot or some.
I don't trust any. All he does is
Yeah.
read what they give him.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
I can't unsee where they duetted all the news anchors
Oh,
with
yeah.
reading the
Yeah.
same report, and it's
Yeah.
just hundreds of
Yeah.
them, and
Yeah.
I'm like, they're all just robots.
Yeah, which, by the way, Anderson Cooper's completely BS, too.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's the most trusted on cable, but
I think they just.
It's
you
a
know,
delivery.
Because he's
and they're
been there the-
likable.
Yeah.
yeah. His mom was famous. Let me like him.
and he's gay.
Christian Slater will star in Showtime's Dexter prequel. So it's Dexter, Original Sin. It's before Dexter was Dexter, and he will play Dexter's father, Harry.
Yeah, I saw this. I loved Dexter. I don't really have interest in this.
All right,
Yeah.
question. Dexter's
Yeah.
father was a serial killer?
No,
No.
Dexter's father was a cop,
Yeah.
and Dexter's father knew that Dexter. So the way Dexter came about was he found him at a crime scene. His mother was murdered, and he was in a pool of blood as a kid. little
Right.
bit. So
Baby.
the Harry took him in with the family and stuff, but then started to realize this kid's a serial killer. Like there's something off with
Yeah.
him. So he taught him certain things. and told him never to hurt anyone that's good.
Like, here's how to
Everything.
feed your temptation
Right,
to
yeah.
kill
Use your
people.
gift for good.
Yeah.
Right. So he
Use your
kills
gift.
bad
Yeah.
people.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm with you.
Which the original Dexter series is fantastic.
Yeah.
And it's coming back to Netflix at
And-
the end of the month or something.
Oh,
like
is it?
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you have never watched it,
I've
watch
never
it.
seen one
It's
episode.
It's
really
good.
good.
I felt
They-
that when a season or two too long,
Yeah.
but still phenomenal.
Well, the
The
second
ending was
one,
awful.
second season was great.
Was that the Trinity
it's
Killer
the
or
Yeah.
third?
That's the fourth.
Fourth
one.
season, yeah.
Fourth.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
John
really good.
Lithgow.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah,
all the
that
way
I
through.
know about. Yeah.
But also, there's so many times where you're like, oh my God, he's going to get caught. And then
Yeah.
there's something in the way they do it, and he gets away and does this, and you're like, oh my God. I mean, it's really good. Because
Yeah.
you think so many times watching that, you're like, there's no way he's getting out of this. How is he going to get out of this?
If
And
I
then-
was going to start one series, should I start The Wire or Dexter?
The
The
Wire.
Wire.
Wow.
The Wire.
Yeah.
Really?
The Wire's
Wire's so-
fantastic.
It really is.
The Wire's
The Wire is
fantastic.
great from start to finish, where I feel like Dexter kind of trails off in the later seasons.
Mm.
Still good overall, but
I
The
can't believe
Wire.
I haven't watched I'm going to watch The Wire, and I'm going to go, why did I wait so
Yeah.
long?
yeah, The
Yeah,
Wire's fantastic.
And-
Excuse me, guys. I have
Oh,
to
do it.
interrupt.
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Sponsored by Farrah and Farrah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarrahandFarrah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
Silver. This hour's keyword is silver. Head over to the 1025, the Bone app now, and enter silver, SILVER, before 15 minutes past the top of the hour, and that $1,000 Bone bonus can be yours.
There you go.
Good luck,
Silver.
everybody. Good luck. Good luck.
Go get your money.
Yeah. Is this the best wrong answer on Wheel of Fortune? You know, there's sometimes whenever they, come up with something, you're like, how did they even think that was going to be a thing? Obviously, the South Park one, it was wild and stuff. But they do on Wheel of Fortune, they do a toss-up puzzle.
Yes.
That's where all three contestants can go, and they're just putting letters up randomly, and you have to buzz in and do the thing. So take a listen to this and let it run all the way through. But this is absolutely fantastic. Here we go. Wheel of Fortune. So they're putting up letters T, E, B.
Tavares, right in the butt.
He would have been right.
And they continue.
Blake.
This is the best.
Yeah, that's it, I think. Yeah.
Two things, Carmen, if you can run that audio back. When he says right in the butt, the other lady contestant goes, what?
I didn't even hear
Take
that.
a listen, yeah.
Hold on, I gotta.
Tavares, right in the butt.
In his face.
His face, he goes like this. He buzzes in and he goes right in the butt. And then she says what? And he goes, he does like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Right in the butt. Oh, that is so fantastic.
He said it with confidence too.
Yeah.
Like nailed it.
Right in the butt.
Great.
Not even close. James Hetfield from Metallica says it's disrespect to rock that Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He says Lemmy was, quote, the most rock and roll lifestyle living person on the planet. Unfortunately, that doesn't get you into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but he should be in a Legends
Oh,
area.
absolutely.
They should have a wing of people who.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
in
that'd be
Mount Rushmore.
fantastic, but we all know Rock and Roll Hall of Fame doesn't do it that way.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, though, this year is going to be pretty good. I'm
Joni
looking forward
Mitchell's
to
in though.
it. Yeah, Joni Mitchell's in there. So.
What's it? I don't even remember who's this year.
I just know Foreigner. I was very excited about Foreigner. Foreigner got in. Rage Against the Machine, I believe. Tribe Called Quest.
Was this Dolly or that last year?
No, that was last year or the year before.
No,
maybe.
a couple
This
years
is
ago.
Mary J. Blige. Sorry, my computer's loading.
How dare you.
Mary J. Blige, Cher, Dave Matthews Band, Foreigner, Peter Frampton, Cool and the Gang,
It's gonna be a very mellow.
Ozzy
Ozzy
again.
and
Tribe
Yeah.
Called Quest. Yeah,
Can't wait to hear Ozzy's
Shout
speech.
Oh no, wait. Those are
is that? Am I wrong?
who are the actual inductees though?
That's what I'm seeing. Those are the inductees. 2024 inductees from their website, and it says the ones we just read.
But I thought Oasis didn't get in.
They're not. I don't see Oasis on here.
So read the list of inductees then.
Mary J. Blige,
Uh-huh.
Cher,
Uh-huh.
Dave Matthews, Foreigner, Peter Frampton, Cool and the Gang, Ozzy, and A Tribe Called Quest.
You didn't like it when I read it?
No, I'm sorry. I was looking at a thing, and I thought you said Oasis, but I was reading Oasis.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. My apologies. That's okay.
Spanish, could you read the list?
Thank you, Gio, for reading the list. Spanish? Terrible.
He's looking at the exact same list.
Terrible. Finally, in news, I have some new music for you guys.
Who doesn't love some new music?
Interesting new music. This is a band is releasing their first new song in 28 years.
Ooh.
Okay? So this is their first new song in 28 years. They were a popular band. They're still popular today. But this is a new song from them with, I will tell you, a new singer. But this is their first song in 28 years. Take a listen. It should be pretty easy to figure this out. When you know it, yell it out. Here we go. New music on the Mike Calta Show.
No, he was still. They basically squeezed him out.
And then the son just came of age and was doing his own stuff. And they were like, hey, what if we got the son? That'd be a better marketing thing.
Yeah, I think so. Because they were doing Sublime with Rome, but now there's like this falling out because Rome was still doing Sublime with Rome, even though it was not with the two guys from Sublime.
I have a question. Who is Rome?
Right, exactly.
Where
Who's
did he come
Rome
from
and
that he
why
got
does
his own
get,
name?
Yeah.
I think they just found him.
Well, why does he get his own name? It's like Drew Garabo featuring John Cena.
Well, originally they just tried to be Sublime with the new singer, and Bradley Noel's wife owned the rights to the name Sublime,
Okay, all
so
right.
they would not allow Sublime to go out without saying Sublime with Rome.
Okay, all right,
It was
that
a big-
makes sense.
Yeah, it was like a lawsuit type thing. So then that's how it became Sublime with Rome, because they didn't want him to, or she had rights to the Sublime name. I think it was split 3 ways.
Can I tell you why I hate Sublime? Is because of this guy. Look at that guy.
Which guy?
Fat, big white sunglasses on. And
Oh,
a
is
is that
stupid
hair or
hat.
hat?
That's a hat.
Yeah,
All right.
And it's just
Bud.
like, ugh. Who is that?
Bud.
Okay,
Yeah.
what does he do? Guitar? Or
He's the bass player.
bass player?
Yeah.
Those bass players are
Yeah.
fat idiots.
So they said that Rome left because he wants to do his own thing, but then they're quoted as saying Eric has had some serious health issues and some life-changing incidents within the past year,
Eric's the guy that you don't like. Yeah.
all of which we've continuously tried to help him with.
Eric's the fat guy.
Yeah, I think he's a lot of.
He's out of the band too.
No, he's in the band, but I think he's got maybe drug issues and stuff. I don't know.
Shocking that
Yeah.
the other rest of Sublime.
When
would
you
have
see him
drug
on
issues.
stage, he can barely move. He
Oh,
looks
really?
like a fat Mick Mars.
Oh.
The way he moves, anyways.
But he's wearing like quilted pants that are like a bunch of different patches. He's got a sleeveless shirt on. And he's fat with white sunglasses and a big like basket hat. And it just everything about that guy. I go, nope. Like if he walked in here, I'd go, nope. I don't want to talk to this guy at all.
You should look up and see him doing interviews. You'll hate him even more.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What is his name?
That's Eric.
Eric Ramirez.
Yeah.
I gotta see him now. Well, I'm sure Sublime fans will be very happy to know.
I guess.
I've always liked Sublime.
Really?
Yeah.
There's another Eric Ramirez. He's a Venezuelan soccer player.
No, Michael, I'm wrong. Eric Wilson
It
is the
doesn't
guy
matter.
with the
I
hats.
found it. I just put in Eric, and he's just there. He looks like an old drug addict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like an
These
old
guys
man.
are like in their 60s now, you know?
Are they really?
I think so.
But isn't that well? He's 54. Isn't that crazy that this is their first music in 28 years?
Yeah.
28 years, but it's 2024.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
They did a whole album with the Rome Kid, though, not too long ago. I don't know if that's... Maybe they mean just as Sublime. I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know.
Because the lead, Bradley, he died in '96.
Yeah.
Okay. So all their music from that was before that.
Well,
and then-
he died before their album, before they were famous. Like their
Oh,
album,
really?
yeah.
Yeah.
So their album came out after he died. Like they were about to blow up.
Because they
So
were
he-
really popular when I was in high school.
How much would that suck if you're the rest of the band? You're like,
Yeah.
oh, what do we do now?
Yeah, and like their video and MC, like he died right before they were like huge. The summer they were huge successes.
I wonder what Dave Grohl thought whenever Kurt Cobain died. Like, obviously sad. It's
Like,
his
what's
friend.
going to happen now?
Yeah, but I was in the biggest band in the world.
Yeah.
And now I'm done. And I think he had enough money where he could probably live on that Nirvana money for the rest of his life. And
There's
stuff.
that Foo Fighters documentary that came out not too long ago. He talks about that, and he talks about how he thought it was just like it
back
was.
and forth.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember there was an interview. And he talks about how he just thought it was over. He's like, "That's it. I'm not gonna, be in a band anymore."
He said that for a long time after that, he just didn't. He goes, I didn't want to listen to music.
Yeah.
I didn't want to play music. I didn't want to do anything. And then whenever he started, he said, I always wrote songs and always did stuff. And I just went in and recorded everything. And he goes, and I called it Foo Fighters because I didn't want people to be like, oh, that's the drummer from, you know,
because
whatever.
whatever we thought.
Which is funny. There's the old joke, how'd the drummer get fired? Hey, guys, I have a new song we should play. Which is hilarious.
I am looking at that whole band, that whole Sublime band, that guy. I really do hate that guy, too.
Yeah, also, that's just not my music. I don't like that
I don't mind the music. I just don't like that guy.
Yeah.
Bradley Knowles used to bang Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's what's hot.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Gwen Stefani was the one that inducted Sting. Was it the Police or Sting? I think it was Sting solo into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And they have a picture of her getting his autograph when she's like 12 or 13 or something. Yeah. Because he said he's known her for a long time. I wonder if Sting, like when she turned 18, Sting was like, I'm Sting. You heard about the tantric.
Yeah.
You know what's
Yeah,
up.
let's go do ayahuasca and hang out.
It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild.
Sting's one of those guys who's always cool.
Yeah.
Always cool. Always looks great.
Mhm.
Still in fantastic shape.
Yeah.
And he doesn't look like he's aged in the last 40 years.
He exudes cool, and he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Right.
It
He's
just
not
comes out.
trying.
Yeah,
He's not
yeah.
trying at all.
Him and Lenny Kravitz are the coolest musicians I've seen.
Lenny Kravitz is something else.
That is it for news.
All right, Calvin.
Got
Thank you. How many bagels?
Yeah, we got
What are we
bagels.
doing? Let's
You
take a
want
break and eat
another
some
bagel?
bagels. Yeah, I'm starving today.
Gio, real quick, what was the list of the
Come on.
Spanish guy?
It says
Oh,
Oasis
yeah.
did not make it.
Yeah, thank
Get
you.
those bagels, Gio.
Oh, I mean,
Listen, Joe is the worst.
Yeah.
He always puts the camera on me when I'm about to sneeze, and then he just leaves it there.
I
I'm
think
like, what?
I
I'm
think
not.
that's
I
great.
take it off when I see you eating. I take it off.
No,
Lies.
you don't. You
Yes,
leave
I
it on
do.
me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be better.
No, I don't want one.
Get
anymore.
it, Gio?
Well, you don't
Yeah.
need one, Gio.
Get Carmen can see me.
ruined it.
Just can't see you during the break.
No, I don't. It's,
Well,
Maybe.
depends.
Yeah. What is Joe doing?
yeah, she can either see me or your bank account. One of the
All right, I want to remind everybody that our friends at Bud Light and 102.5 The Bone are giving away a trip for two to go check out Conor McGregor in UFC 303 and what is his big comeback, what could be his last fight. You don't know. If you want to go, all you have to do is stop by participating bar and retail accounts, which include several bars in the area and also a couple gas stations. Like you can stop by the Sheldon Shell on Sheldon Road, the Progressive Mobile on Progressive Boulevard in Riverview. You got Thirsty First in St. Pete. You've got the Out Sports Bar in Seminole. You've got JR Sports Bar in Clearwater. You've got the Falls Peabody out there in Tampa. If you go to the BudLightUFC.com, that's BudLightUFC.com, you can get a full list. Go in there, scan the QR code, and you and a friend, a loved one, maybe a new lover, could be traveling out to Las Vegas together to go see UFC 303 with Conor McGregor, courtesy of our friends at Bud Light. Check it out now, BudLightUFC.com. We'll take a quick break. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
I found a new bagel spot close
What do
to
you
my
got?
house.
What do you got?
It's called New York Bagels.
They're all
It's a-
called New York bagels.
Well, no, that's the actual name of the place.
No, yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, they all try New York pizza, New York bagels. It's all the same.
Well, this place is in Carrollwood. It's by like Carrollwood Park and the Carrollwood shops
Yep.
and stuff. I gotta tell you, fantastic.
Oh, good.
So delicious. I got an egg bagel sandwich.
hmm
It was amazing.
I don't even know what bagel I had. I
What-
just ate a bagel and I thought it was a blueberry bagel and it wasn't. I don't even know what
was
it
it
was.
the onion?
No, it was.
Raisin,
was-
I think.
Was it? Is that what it was? A
I
raisin?
think
Yeah.
so.
Might have been a chocolate chip.
Yeah,
Can't
they're
really
good.
tell.
Those sweet raisin bagels are good.
That's a good name for a band, country band. Sweet Raisin Bagel.
Raisin bagels.
Sweet Raisin Bagel on a Saturday morning. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, I wanted to call to congratulate Pat Pap on his new sponsorship with Racetrack.
Well,
I've been listening to the commercial the last couple of days.
Where?
Sounds just like him. I love the song.
Oh, I have not. I've not paid attention to the racetrack commercial. It
It's about-
sounds like Pat Pat.
It's about the coffee. It's about the coffee. Oh my God, it sounds just like Pat Pap singing his hat song.
really?
Uh-huh.
I swear it's him. Yeah.
All right.
Congratulations, Pat Pap.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm getting ripped off, Michael.
Hey, I
What-
stole your voice.
What if Joe was doing it and he has no idea? He's like, oh, what happened?
I forgot. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hey, what's up, Mike Calta, your man, myth and legend, medicine man?
You going to Saigon Kick tonight?
I definitely am.
You definitely am. Who are you going with?
Galvin.
No.
I'm going with Chris, but I will be down there.
All right, I'll be down there too.
Yeah. I don't know what road tickets we are, but it's supposed to be a really good show tonight.
Galvin, don't forget, when you see Galvin, he's a hugger.
All right, I will hug Galvin.
These are all bad ideas.
Isn't Galvin taking you?
No, I'm not coming.
Chris is taking him. He's going with Chris. Is Moose going?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he was.
I'll be ready to let Chris out there.
All right, well, we'll see you down there, Medicine Man.
All right.
All right.
It's gonna rock tonight.
It is gonna rock. We'll rock out together.
Show. It's been a long time since I've seen them, but it's gonna be a great show.
Okay, we've established that.
I
Thank
remember
you.
one time they opened up at the Sundome for Extreme.
For who?
They opened up for Extreme way back in 1993, the day that big storm hit.
You saying the Scream?
You know the band Extreme?
Oh, Extreme. I got you. Okay.
Yeah, they opened Extreme at the Sundome March 13, 1993, when the No Name Storm hit.
Whoa.
Thanks, Rain Man.
Hold on. Are you one of those that has the date thing?
I wasn't one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite some time ago, about 31 years ago.
When did Van Halen release their first album with Sammy Hagar?
I don't know what year it is, but
I thought for a second we had something there. I thought we could turn him into a moneymaker.
Yeah. You do know that one of these times is going to be the last time you talk to him on the phone like that.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Aw.
That's not true.
That idiot's gonna write another
20 years,
three-page article about Medicine Man.
Right.
And how lovable he is, and he just loves music. And
Sure.
You're just running out of things to write about, buddy.
I mean, we take the day off, right?
Oh,
What,
yeah.
Medicine
you gotta
Man dies?
breathe,
Yeah. For like the funeral.
Oh,
Yeah.
To be done, it's a Medicine Man. It'll be done tonight. The funeral.
Oh.
You know where they bury him?
In the
Right his
backyard.
Yeah.
No.
We
Put a
got it.
That's why he can't stay, because then, we're going to have to bury him in the backyard. It's going to be difficult.
It's gonna be a thing.
It'll be one of those things where they don't find him for, days or weeks.
Aw.
And then all of a sudden there's like a wellness check and they find out.
The problem is when he dies, he just stiffens up.
Yeah.
So it looks, people who look in the window, they see him sitting there watching TV and they just think he's.
That's what he
he's
always
fine.
does, yeah.
That's just Alex.
We got to isolate the audio of him howling like a wolf and play it at his
Yeah.
funeral and be like,
For
he would have
sure.
wanted this.
When he dies, they bury him in the land where they had all the stuff that they took from his house, wherever they brought all that stuff.
Yeah.
He gets buried in the same plot.
Just give him to junk jockeys.
That was one of the best things to ever unfold on the show.
Oh, dude.
Guy calls up and he says, the county is outside Medicine Man's house. They're going to take all his stuff. And then we get a hold of Medicine Man. He goes, no, they're doing pipe work in the street. Next thing you know, they invade the house. They take everything, including his patio furniture and his ladders.
All his ladders. Yeah, I'm taking all my ladders. And he was so disrespectful to the police officer. He was yelling at him and swearing at him and threw the warrant or whatever they had to notice.
Then he tell him that he'd wipe his ass with it.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll wipe my ass with that when they tried to give it to him.
You know what I love about whenever they do like one of those online articles about him, whatever, and then they mention me, and then they go, Mike should really help him out. You don't know if you people only have any idea how much we've helped him out over the years. We never do anything with him that we're not like trading out tickets and stuff for, and he's taken care of.
He loves the spotlight.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
loves the spotlight.
He loves to call himself the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, don't get it, messed up.
I almost had a body glove endorsement for him.
Remember whenever the first time I went and saw Rival Sons, I went out there to meet those guys, and I walk up to the table, and I hear him talking. Medicine Man was there, of course, because it was a concert in Tampa. I hear him go, I'm Medicine Man from the Mike Calta Show.
Yeah.
And I go, no, he isn't. Get out of here. He turned around and he goes, oh, hey.
I saw him outside the amphitheater one time at the will call trying to get tickets, saying he was with the Mike Calta Show.
That's hilarious. I wonder how many people think, and then a son of a bitch from the Mike Calta Show comes out. You know what I mean? Like, giving us a bad name. Between him and Dizzy.
It's never worked for Mike Calta.
Yeah.
I've never walked up to a place and been like, I'm Mike Calta. You guys got any tickets for me? And they go, Mr. Calta, come this way, ever. So if it's working for Medicine Man, let him use it. Let him use it to the best of his ability.
I've never done that, but Chad likes to try and throw that out. Like when we first started dating, he'd be like, "Do you know who she is?" Don't ever.
I'm
do
surprised
that.
you continued to date him.
That's the worst.
It happened like one time, but it wasn't like super serious. He was like, "Oh, let's see if we can get free food." Do you know? And I was like, "Don't you ever do that?"
Yeah.
That's
And he's
pretty
like,
scummy.
He's like, I'd be terrible if I was famous. He's like, ask for everything for free. And I was like, thank God you're not.
You would, you know what? You'd be surprised once you're in that position.
It's so embarrassing. I feel like.
Yeah.
But, like,
And when people do that too,
Or
that's
no,
the worst.
You want to know the worst is when when somebody goes, "Hey, do you know who this is?
Right.
You ever listen to Mike Calta Show?" And they go, "No."
Yeah.
That's when you
Yeah.
go, "Cool, thank you for making that happen."
Yeah,
The
but
only
just
time
the
it-
initial thing of somebody doing that, you're like, shut up.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
The only time you can't get mad when it's your grandma.
Yeah.
My grandma loves doing that when we go out to eat. They're like, she's on the radio? And I'm like, Grandma, please stop.
Yeah.
They don't have any idea.
Oh, my grandmother used to do it too, but she'd do it, and when it was bad, she'd go, "But don't they know you? Don't they know who you are?" Clearly not, Grandma. we wouldn't be waiting for a table for a half hour if they do.
Our grandma is our best hype woman. She goes everywhere we go. She's like, my granddaughter, she's on the radio.
Yeah.
6 to 10, the Mike Calta Show. This is the golf shirt I got from him. Da-da-da. And, she sells it. She loves the golf shirt that we got her.
Mima.
She's
We
the
got to make
best.
pickleball. Do they make pickleball shirts?
They do.
Sure.
We should.
What
yeah.
is that? Is that a collared shirt? Is that a?
No, because it's outside. It's more of just like tennis wear, really.
Mm-hmm.
So tank tops. You know what I mean?
We got to start playing, Carmen. When are we going to start playing?
I'm in. Listen, I just got a new paddle. That's actually what my grandma got me for my birthday.
Oh.
She got me a new pickleball paddle and a outfit.
She
Super
give it to
cute.
you and go, "This is the one Grandpa's been spanking me with." For
Yeah,
Use it in good health.
Get it. Pew, pew, pew. So yeah, I'm excited. I haven't used it yet because it's just been too hot, but I do want to play.
I don't know how to play.
It's fine.
I don't know
It's
the
easy.
Yeah.
It's easy. Stay
I
out
was
of
watching the other day. I was watching online, and I was like, "You can't serve it without it bouncing."
Yeah, you gotta
No,
in the
you can
kitchen.
serve. You can serve. You can bounce it now. You used to not be able to bounce it, and
They changed the rules.
They have changed some rules recently. Now that it's more mainstream, like rules are actually getting put into place.
Right.
So you can now bounce when you serve. You have to serve underneath your waist, so you can't serve like overhand
Okay.
and stuff. And when it bounces, it can't bounce over your waist. Stay out of the kitchen unless it bounces in the kitchen. And some of the newer rules I don't know, which I really don't like, is that you can go up to the net if you're not in the court. It's hard to explain, but like the kitchen area where you have to stay out of unless it bounces, you can actually get the ball from there if you're not on the court.
Did they still do loser eats the pickle, or is that changed?
That is that was never a rule.
I was like, "Is that a thing? Is that how it started?"
No,
I think winner gets a pickle.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
Yeah, you don't know.
Pickles.
You don't know where the pickle's been though.
Yeah. Yeah. Hot.
Yeah, find the pickle.
Whose
I
pickle
hold it.
getting eaten?
Yeah.
The rules change fast.
Can we just hit the ball back and forth over the net? Do we have to
Yeah.
follow all the rules?
It is fun. I mean, let's just play.
Yeah. All right.
Where do we
Cool.
go?
You can go to almost any tennis court, but they do have pickleball courts everywhere. There's actually a place, I want to say kind of in Ybor, that's like a pickleball. It's
Where's the indoor
cover.
pickleball court?
Yeah.
So the place I used to play, there's recreational center in Carrollwood. That has it like Wednesday night. I haven't been there in a couple of years, so I don't
I
know
see
if they
people the
still
wreck
do
in
it.
Collier there.
Really?
Land
Doing
O'Lakes wreck.
pickleball?
Yeah.
They have different nights that they do it.
It seems like tennis for out of shape people.
Perfect.
It's kind of tennis for older
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Is how it started, and then it became mainstream, and then all the jocks that didn't make it are like, I'm gonna make it in pickleball.
All that
Is how I feel.
couldn't make it in tennis.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything else, and now that I'm 30 and I have bad knees, now I have to play pickleball.
No.
Are you talking about yourself?
I am.
Old blue
Describe-
skis over here. Yeah. And I have blonde hair, and I'm my boyfriend's name's Chad. And
Yep.
all those people?
Meemaw loves me.
Yep.
Did you see? Speaking of bad knees, I think it's so odd. They have a trailer coming out for this documentary with Celine Dion,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like out of all the things that they have diagnosed, how is this called stiff person's disease?
Yeah.
Like they don't have any better name for it. Or
Well,
anything?
does it have an actual medical
yeah.
name that
Yeah.
people can't pronounce? So they're like, just call it stiff person disease.
I'm sure it does.
It says the 56-year-old star was diagnosed with stiff person syndrome in 2022, and it's a neurological disorder.
Yeah, that's what's scary. It's neurological and it's an autoimmune disorder. So that just once that starts, they have zero cures, zero treatments for it.
But how have we never heard of this before?
Right, like how is she the only one that has it?
I don't think so. But
Super famous, By the way, the medical name for stiff person syndrome, SPS, is Morsch-Woltman syndrome.
I like stiff person better.
Well, yeah, it's also known as stiff man syndrome.
All right, so
Yeah.
hold on. Stiff person syndrome is a rare neurological disorder. The condition causes pain and muscle spasms that worsen over the years. According to Contact a Family, the condition is characterized by a progressive stiffness and painful spasm in the back and limbs, which are often triggered by touch, noise, or anxiety. Well, that's got to be difficult if you're a singer.
Yeah.
And it's got to be exacerbated by movement. There is no cure, but death from the condition is rare. So you just have to suffer for the rest of
it
your life.
says patients typically present the initial symptoms between 40 and 60 years old.
Yeah.
And then the first symptom can range from 6 to 28 years.
The worst part
She is only 4 years older than me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which really, because she looks gross.
But what are the symptoms?
Oh.
Are we sure
So
we don't have it?
It's muscle
long
spasms.
hair, no driver's license, bad at video.
Yeah.
See a doctor
Poor
immediately.
Joe.
So
Puke hat.
the muscles can spasm and contract so hard that they could break your bones.
Well, they also
But-
say that your chest spasms so hard you can't breathe.
Yeah.
But do we know? Is there any like muscle relaxers or does
No.
like, alcohol help?
I mean, I'm sure they
No.
give her some sort of medication, but
helps.
there's no cure.
Yeah,
It
but the,
helps.
the problem is, Carmen, is you start on that, you can't take that forever because you just have to keep upping the dosage. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're-
Right.
Your body will
so-
get used to it.
get used
Yeah.
to it. I get it, but I mean, I'd rather live not in pain.
Yeah, no, I imagine a lot of them get some type of morphine drip after a while.
Well,
or-
weed. Weed
I don't
fix
know.
it.
Because
The only thing you can do is
anxiety.
try. The only thing you can do is try and slow it down because
Yeah.
it just does the damage.
Try to stay calm.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
It's Medicine Man, the first
No,
man.
no. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
So I was listening to you talk about this stiff person's disease, and I have a family member that has experienced this exact same symptoms
Right.
since COVID, and been to all the neurologists in the metropolitan area and getting ready to go to Mayo. And they think there's a strong association between the COVID virus, possibly the vaccine augmenting the problem, but the virus is actually, related to the neurogenic issues that my family member is having.
That's
Exactly
interesting.
The spasms.
That's not the case
Yeah.
for her. I mean, she's had it since she's been diagnosed since in 2021, so she's had it for a while. But that's odd. And did they say it's from COVID, or did they say it just it's making it COVID symptoms made it worse?
Well, actually, the COVID onset happened, and then from the COVID, 5 days of being sick with COVID resulted in a very bad sickness with having to have respiratory support and stuff for 5 weeks. And during that 5 weeks, developed what they associated with the COVID as Guillain-Barré.
Oh man, wow. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, I just wanted to, comment because I think we're going to start seeing a lot of things that we don't really have good scientific evidence-based literature on. So I think it's important that we, can share what we know and definitely seek good research and neurological care.
Well, I appreciate the heads up and good luck to your family member. At the same time, I think we don't know enough, so I'm not going to start saying something's related to something else that came from this because we don't know.
No, we don't know.
So, no sense in being irresponsible with that.
I agree.
I must take a break.
Another bagel?
No, I'm
no,
doing bagels. But if I do have to pee though. But if we have time, maybe we could play a quick game or something when we come back before Joe Mackey gets here at the top of the hour. And Joe's going to be stopping by. He's going to be at Side Splitters this weekend. And we'll have him in the studio. We must take a quick break, though. It is the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. I don't recall this, but do you remember there was a time where you can buy a lifetime pass from United Airlines? Did we talk about that?
I don't know. It may have been something where,
It was like back in the 80s or something.
In 1990.
Oh, 90. Okay.
1990, Tom Stuker, a car dealership consultant from New Jersey, made a wise investment by purchasing a lifetime pass from United Airlines for how much?
Lifetime pass.
See, I want to say I saw this.
$400.
I'm going to say, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
10
That's
grand.
what I was going to say. 15 grand.
According to this, it was 290,000.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
I was a little off.
Okay,
Yeah,
but listen,
depending on how much you travel.
right?
Yeah.
Listen to this. Since then, he has flown an astonishing 20 million miles, which is more than any individual in history. Stuker's lifetime pass has allowed him to travel first class anywhere in the world, whenever he wants, visiting over 100 countries and covering more than 6 trips to the moon in flights in 2019 alone. By purchasing the lifetime pass, Stuker has saved $2.37 million in airfare, baggage fees, and all the other charges over the years, making it the best investment of his life. That's great. If you have 290 grand to spend, because he's traveling first class,
Sure, yeah.
to all these places.
Yeah, if you have that money and you travel or plan to travel a bunch, that's great. He's like George Clooney from Up in the Air.
Right.
They
right.
come
If
back
they
and
did
give
that-
him the card.
If they did that now, I'd take out a loan for that.
Yeah.
To get that. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like
Finance
you're
it.
buying your own plane.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really, that's
'Cause,
really
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Especially if you get first class.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. I think that yeah. Oh man, well, that's a great thing to get if you're going into retirement. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like if you're going to retire in your 60s and you got an extra 300 grand, you could just travel the globe first class.
Or even if you have a job where you travel a bunch, you buy that
Yeah.
and then just make your job reimburse you for everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or he was a consultant, so he probably could do his work remotely. You know?
Right.
I wonder what the cost would be today.
Right.
With the adjusted prices and everything.
Yeah, that was 1990.
Couple mil probably.
That guy knew, man.
Yeah,
he was
he did.
getting out of town, going first
He
class.
was the one guy.
Yeah.
Nobody
I
else
don't
did
know
it
if
except
anybody
him?
else bought it, but he
Yeah.
is the most traveled guy in the history of the world.
Well, not that, but I always try and get that Olive Garden pasta pass. So.
That's something
Every year
else.
you're trying.
Yeah, we'll see.
You've eaten
they go
enough
fast.
pasta to get from here to the moon 6 times.
Oh, speaking of pasta, the Fazoli's by my house
Oh,
now open.
it only took 3 years.
how was it?
I didn't go yesterday
Oh, stop
because I had
it.
somewhere to be. I was driving home, but I saw now open. I'm going today.
Yeah.
100%. Yes.
Enjoy it.
That's all I've been thinking
We
about.
expect a big review on Monday.
Yes, it's going to be fantastic.
All right, good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a full board of phone calls. Let's play a little Google Feud.
What will the all-knowing Google box say? Well, if you can guess one of the top 3 answers, you'll win. It's time to play Google Feud, only on the Mike Calta Show.
All right, Calvin, let's do a little Google Feud.
All right. You want to get a contestant?
Sure.
And then we'll.
I never know how this game
That's all
works. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Kim.
Too late, Kim. Good morning. Who's this?
Dennis?
What is it?
Dennis.
I thought you said Janice.
Yeah.
I was like, you're not a Janice. All right, Dennis, let's play a little Google Feud. Here we go.
All right, Dennis, you got to get in the top 3 here. Finish how you think Google would finish this. Who was the first female?
Astronaut.
I was going to say that. Good job. That's what I was going to
All right, Mike Calta. Who was the first female?
To circumnavigate the globe.
All right, Gio. Who was the first female
Politician.
politician? Spanish. Who was the first female
To become a man.
to become a man? And Carmen. Who was the first female?
Who was the first female to fly a plane?
To fly a plane. All right, Dennis, you heard everybody's answer. You want to stick with yours or change to somebody else's here?
I'll stick with mine.
You're going to stick with yours. Who was the first female astronaut? All right,
Yeah.
got to get in the top 3 to be a winner here. Number 3, who was the first female pharaoh?
Pharaoh.
Yeah. Number 2 for Google Feud, who was the first female African-American billionaire?
First Pharaoh, female Pharaoh, King Tit.
Oh, boy. 6 and 9, he's out.
Wow.
No, he's still in.
It was blowing my mind. I had to say it out loud.
I thought you were going to go Farrah Fawcett.
6 and 9, they're out.
And then the number one answer for Google Feud, who was the first female Supreme Court justice?
Oh, man.
No
I
winner.
thought astronaut too. Sorry,
Yeah.
sir. Sorry, Janice. You're a loser.
I get half a
Janice.
point. Politician.
All right. Good morning. Who's this?
Corey.
Corey. All right.
All right, Corey, you're in for Google Feud. Try and finish how you think Google is going to finish this one. It is how many men
Are on a baseball team.
are on a baseball team? All right. Mike Calta, how many men?
We're in the first gangbang.
We're in-
No. Are on the Supreme Court.
King Tit was in there, I think so. On the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
All right. Gio, how many men
How many men are gay?
are gay? Oh, that's in your search, right? Spanish, how many men
Have been on the moon.
have been on the moon? All right. And
Yeah.
Carmen, how many men
How many men are in jail?
are in jail? All right. You've heard the answers, Corey. You want to stick with yours or switch to somebody else's in the room here?
I think I want to go with Spanishes.
Spanishes. How many men have been on the moon?
That's
All
brave,
right.
sir.
Got to get in the top 3 to be a winner. Number 3 for Google Feud. How many men in a battalion? Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer.
Me
We'll,
either.
Bazillion.
we'll Google it
Okay.
in a second here.
Brazilian and a battalion.
Number 2, how many men signed the declaration
Wow. Leave him out there. Don't help him out.
Declaration of Independence? And number 1 answer for Google Feud, how many men have walked on the moon?
Hey, good job. Number 1.
Good job. Good switch,
All right.
Corey.
Stand by, Corey. I'm going to put you on hold. We'll get you here during the break. All
Any
right,
guesses on how many men in a battalion?
100.
100.
50.
50.
1,000.
1,000.
200.
200. Carmen?
500.
Gio and Carmen are both correct. And a battalion in the U.S. Army can have between 300 and 1,200 soldiers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
That's a lot
Do you
of
remember when
soldiers.
the battalion stormed the
don't
pyramids?
Don't do it.
Killing King Tit?
He almost had me.
And then Pharaoh Fawcett came out and unleashed a plague on him.
Oh.
Keeps going back to the well.
And then,
I
it
was right there with
Nefertiti.
you.
Nefertiti.
Nefertiti. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Chris.
All right, Chris, let's play a little Google Feud. Here we go.
All right, Chris, finish how you think Google's going to finish this. What if I can't
Wim.
win? All right. Mike Calta, what if
Swim.
I'm sorry, what is he saying?
What are you saying, sir?
Swim.
Swim.
Swim. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What if I can't swim? Okay. Mike Calta, what if I can't
Pee.
pee? Oh, all blocked up. Gio, what if I can't
What if I can't do video?
Screw
He's
you.
talking
work
about
on the
you,
Mike
Joe.
Calta show? Spanish, what if I can't
Sleep.
sleep? Okay. And Carmen, what do you think? What if I can't
Poop.
Oh.
We know what happens.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, you heard the answers. You want to stick with yours or switch to somebody else's?
Actually, I think I'm going to switch to Spanish.
To Spanish, what if I can't sleep? That was his. All right. Got to get in the top 3 here.
Not poop, sir. You didn't want poop.
Number 3,
I
what
thought about it.
if I can't find my car title?
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, what if I can't afford a lawyer?
One will be appointed by you by the
Yeah,
court.
that's right. And number 1 for Google Feud, what if I can't pay my taxes? No way.
Sorry, sir.
I'm sorry, sir.
Sorry, swimmer.
Can we do one more?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Can't poop seems way more interesting.
Yeah.
I would have thought sleep would be
Right,
number
too,
1.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like the car title. That's a lot of people are like, I got to sell my car. Where's the car title?
By
I
the
don't know
way,
anything about
do you
it.
know what you do if you can't find your car
I don't.
title? Just go there. They have it electronically.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In fact, they saved mine electronically. I don't even think I have mine. It's just whenever
did?
I sell it. Huh? The DMV.
Oh,
That's
you know
good.
what I do?
I don't even have mine.
Right.
It's electronic.
Yeah.
I just call Pete.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be able to figure it out.
Yeah. Hi, who's this?
Ray.
What's up, Ray? How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Let's play a little Google Feud. Here we go.
All right, Ray,
All right.
figure out how Google's going to finish this. Should I date my
Best friend.
Best friend. All right. Mike Calta, should I date my
Cousin.
cousin? Gio, should I date my
Boss.
boss? Spanish, should I date my
Child's friend.
child's
oh my
friend?
God.
Easy,
You
guys.
should have said child. You could have said sons or daughters.
But I
friend.
wanted to encompass both daughter and son because it could be either. So what would you
Kid.
say?
Oh,
Could have
kids
just said
probably
juicy.
would.
Yeah, right?
Could have just said
All
juicy
right.
fruit. We know what you're talking
Yeah.
Okay, what if I date my
Sugar Pants'
no,
daughter.
Yeah.
kid's overaged friend?
about. No, we got it on file, and I'm going to type it in and say this is
Don't
from
type
Spanish.
it in.
Pack those boxes.
Carmen, should I date my
Should I date my coworker?
coworker? All right. There you go, Ray. You heard all the answers. You want to stick with yours or switch to somebody else's?
I would like to switch to Geo
Switch-
with boss.
Gio, should I date my boss?
Good
All
move.
right. There you go.
Carmen, the answer is yes.
All right. You got to get in the top 3 for this. So, number 3, should I date my crush?
You know, that's the whole point.
Hey, that's what they're saying. This one, a different kind of date. Should I date my cover letter? Like, should you put the date?
Oh.
Didn't think about that. Ray, get ready to kick yourself. Number 1, should I date my best friend? You switched it. You switched it, Ray.
Sorry,
Love
Ray.
that.
You stink. Nothing about your roommate's girlfriend's
Yeah.
daughter, huh?
Nah, nothing in there. Asking for a
We
friend.
like to just
All
call
right.
it juicy fruit.
All right.
What's the kid? The kid's juicy fruit. The mother's
No,
sweet
no,
fruit?
the kid is friend is juicy fruit.
Oh.
What's the
So
kid?
You got sugar pants,
Right.
You got the mom is sweet,
Sweet
and
and
low,
low.
and then we never really named the kid. I don't think, right? Or no? What'd we call her? We called her something.
2 pumps of liquid cane.
Whoa.
That's the
Saccharin
Starbucks.
shirt.
Yeah.
Saccharin shirt.
Sugar pants, saccharin shirt.
Okay. All right.
We'll call
Is
her
simple syrup?
Stevia.
Yeah.
By the way, so the kid is underage, and since the mom is sugar pants, I thought in my head sweet top would be no.
No.
You can't call
Yeah,
her
no.
sweet top because sugar pants. No.
Mm.
Spanish, you're gonna have a lot of trouble.
Oh man.
A lot of trouble. Capital T.
You got to move out.
Somebody brought this up to me on social media, and I didn't even think about it. What does Ladontek think about all this?
Oh, Ladontek is totally in. That's supposed to be a family home, Michael.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's very happy.
All right. Joey's got a ghost that he
insulted.
speaks to in his house.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's happy to find out that you two aren't gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's very
Oh, he
happy.
knew.
Yeah. The
He's been
sightings
watching.
have reduced drastically since they've moved.
Not
in.
Really?
Not for me. Maybe for you.
Yeah, for me.
You're still seeing Ladontek around?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But you know,
I saw him
he's
like 2 weeks
a
ago.
lot.
Joe,
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, the names in your life make me so happy. The Glenn Spockles,
Oh, I love the Glenn
Ladontek,
Ladontek.
Sugar Pants.
Yep.
You don't have any normal people in your life.
Nope.
Mm.
No, I don't.
Even your dumb brother's got a dumb name.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it. Your mother's goes by her real name.
Annette.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, we made her sign the papers the other day.
What? Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
the I'm
I told
losing
her-
my mind papers.
Yeah, I told her I was going to choke her dog unless she signed the papers.
Oh my
I didn't mean
You
it. I
running
didn't
for
mean
governor?
it.
How about this?
Grief.
My mother had to sign the papers, and these two were the witnesses.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I had no choice.
that can't stand up in court.
Of course it'll.
I can stand up anywhere I want.
We had to go to the nursing home and have my mother sign the papers, and then these two had to be the witnesses.
Yeah.
Just sign the papers for you to be power of attorney or
Yeah.
what? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Power of attorney and medical proxy.
Oh man.
Did
Joe.
you wear your nice puke hat or did you go with the weed hat? What'd you do?
I went straight weed hat.
Nice,
deal.
nice.
No shirt.
No shirt. Like you're in apocalypse now.
Yeah.
Here, sign this and that.
Uh-huh.
Your Honor, the notary was wearing a weed hat.
Yeah.
Now your dad is still alive, correct?
Yeah, he's gonna be 90. in
Oh man.
June or July.
You know what I'm realizing is your parents are the only people in your life with one name. Everybody else has first and last name, but your parents
Nicknames
are
and-
yeah,
It's true.
yeah,
Glenn Spockles.
yeah.
Are your
Ladontek.
parents still together?
No.
How long have they been apart?
20. No, not 20.
Since the
ma-
20s?
15, probably 16, 17 years.
Did
something
they ever
like that.
talk to each
What?
other?
No.
So they got divorced when they were in their like 70s?
Yep.
That's a yeah.
Why?
was-
What happened?
It
What did
was
they found out?
the
find
most
out?
ridiculous decision they've ever made. But yeah.
What happened?
I don't know if it's ridiculous.
I mean, my dad asked for the divorce. So
It means mom was floozing around.
no,
Yeah, and then
no,
was getting it.
no,
No.
no,
Do
definitely
you
not.
talk to your father? It doesn't seem like you talk to your father.
No, I don't talk to him.
Interesting.
Not since then.
Since the divorce?
Oh, so he was doing
Oh.
something that he felt.
Yeah, I don't want to put it out there, but you know.
I mean, he's 90.
Yeah,
he's not
90
gonna know.
now. He's probably not going to know.
Was he floozing around?
Yeah.
He said no,
At
and then
70.
of course, like as soon as he got divorced, he was married to this idiot 2 weeks later, who then tried to kill him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Joe went from I don't want to put it out there to here's everything.
Are they still together?
By the way,
Nope,
I see
she's
all
dead.
of that in your future, Joe.
Yeah.
She's dead?
She's dead.
Oh.
He killed her?
Did he kill her?
No.
Suspicious
No,
circumstances?
she made him live out on the porch in North Carolina in the wintertime, and then
She shot herself 9 times.
and then she dropped him off at the medical facility.
Do we have 2 people on this show who were forced to live out on
Yeah.
the porch?
Yeah. My
Listen,
dad.
man, porch life is rough.
I know. That's
It
why I
is.
feel bad for you, Gio.
Yeah.
She made him live on the porch.
Yeah, in the winter in North Carolina.
Oh, yes. For me, it was the summer.
And then he got sick, so she dropped him off at the facility, thinking that he was going to be dead, and he lived.
And then what
she-
happened to her?
Well, she moved down here, and she, I think, died a couple years after they moved down
Mysteriously.
here. But they were already divorced after that, because after she tried to kill him, they got divorced.
How did she try to kill him? From that way? If I put him on
That
the
way,
porch? Okay.
yeah. And then they lived on a mountain, and his brake lines were cut.
Oh my
What?
God!
I'm
That's
not kidding you
hardcore.
about this crap, man. This is true. It's all true stuff.
Shut up.
when
not-
Gio was growing up
I'm
and
not
there
kidding.
was the gangs, there was East Side and West Side, he was outside.
Oh.
Yeah.
6'9", I'm out.
King Tit.
Dude.
Yeah.
This is the best 6 and 9 we've ever done.
Yeah.
That was great.
Impromptu.
I respect his porch life.
Yeah.
Yeah. He made
She
it.
tried to cut his brakes on a mountain.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
He must have been a real
Was
Because
dick.
she
she
wanted his
crazy?
Social Security. She thought if he died while they were still married, she'd still get it. But my mom was married to him for like 50 years. So
She's
so
getting
she
it.
gets it.
right,
Oh.
right. 50 years, and you
Wow.
decide to pull the plug after 50 years. I'm like, what are you doing?
I feel like he'd be good for the show, Joe.
Is he anything like you?
He
Like,
sounds a lot
Personality wise.
I mean,
like him. Is he a Frank or Nick?
what's a Frank?
I'm trying to think of the name.
No, he's an Al.
Al. Well, he doesn't look like an Al.
Al.
He looks like a Frank.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we
Yeah.
learned a lot today.
Yeah.
It also speaks volumes about you, Joe.
Well, I mean, negative?
No.
Oh,
Just it explains some stuff.
Yeah, there are things.
Your parents are like the Costanzas, and they got married in the and they got divorced in the 70s.
Yeah, and then they got divorced after 50 years. I mean, how do you make it to the finish line and then go, you know what? I don't think I really want my Social Security.
I mean, I obviously your mother must be really hard to live with.
No, I don't think it was. I really don't think it was her, but
I don't know what.
but yes, I'm sure she's very.
I'm
hard
just
to
saying
live
I can relate a little bit.
with.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm just saying. Like,
What are you?
I've been married. I've been married not nearly the same amount of time, and I
And
can
already-
understand.
What?
When you see freedom, you see freedom.
When you get on the porch, you just want to run.
He was like, "Look, I could put two kids through life. They're in their 40s
Yeah.
now. I could leave."
Yeah, but one
Get out.
kid is, and then you got Joe.
So family life.
Sorry,
Woohoo!
Yeah.
They're 0
Yeah.
for 2 is what you're saying.
Well, I mean, I think Joe turned out way better than the other one.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, that shows you how bad the other one is.
Yeah.
No
I
offense,
think
Joe.
I think I take that as a compliment, Michael.
Yes,
Oh,
100%.
Thank you.
Yeah, Joe just regressed though late in life.
What do you mean?
I think Joe's living the Margaritaville lifestyle.
What is
Yeah.
that? What kind of lifestyle?
It's
Joe-
5 o'clock somewhere.
Joe hit a certain point and then just stopped.
Yeah.
Like people
Yeah.
continue to mature, Joe just stopped.
That's the thing, you know. Like people have traumatic events in their life as they're growing up. Maybe they lose a parent or something, and they just stop at that age.
Mhm.
Their
And they live
emotional
that age.
development.
Like- yeah.
ends, yeah.
Late 90s, early 2000s, Joe sounds awesome.
Oh, I was killing
Small
it. back
Man Joe
then.
was great.
Yeah, I was killing
but
it back
Small
then.
Man
bro.
Joe in the 90s, running through Ybor City, wearing leather fringe jackets,
Yep.
Now
riding
he has
motorcycles.
small man attitude, old man body.
Yeah.
Small man, old man.
Yeah.
I don't have any complaints.
You have
None?
Arrested Development.
You think?
Yeah.
All right.
Peter Pan over
All
here.
right.
No complaints?
I mean, well, not from Sugar Pants.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. All right.
Are there videos?
What? No, I don't shoot any videos of her, Gio. You creep.
What is the...
That's not what I heard. You don't shoot any videos. You could have stopped it right there. That sentence ends after
Yeah.
videos.
Yep.
what is the over-under
On what?
until you guys are married?
Oh.
Oh, they've already talked about it. We know it's
Yeah.
happening.
It's
I think
happening.
once
End of the year?
Once the daughter turns 18 is probably
I think before that.
You think
And then
before
you
that?
guys are
No,
having a double
because
wedding?
because she gets money
Oh yeah.
Who does? No. Well,
for the daughter.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right? You
File separately, sure.
So you wait till she's 18.
Once
Right.
the boxes are unpacked.
Yeah, and then Sweet and Low moves out because she's got to get her own place. Is that a
Well, no,
thing
she's
that's
going to
happening?
California for
Oh,
all the
yeah.
gangbangs out there.
oh
right?
wow! Wait
No?
a minute.
Yeah.
Wow.
Carmen,
That's
yeah.
what Joe said, I thought.
I did
Yeah.
not say anything
Oh,
about
okay.
gangbangs.
I feel like I would
Museum?
recall that.
That's not what we're doing.
Was that, is she moving out to California?
Yeah.
Are
Okay,
there
so how did I
gangbangs
get
in California?
that?
Yeah, well,
Exactly.
She's got half of it,
California
right?
Californian gangbangs are,
I mean, you don't
they're
move
not
out there.
synonymous.
You don't move out there for the weather.
Or the tax break?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, maybe not.
All right, we got to take a break. We got a guest in the studio. Joe Mackey's going to be here. He'll be at Side Splitters this weekend. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll bring Joe in the studio. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Here, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Do you know you're one of the favorites, I think, of the staff on this show? Every time we talk about you coming, everybody gets very excited.
Oh, good. You
Yeah.
must have good taste.
Yeah. You're also, I find, the same person off the air that you are on the air. There's no act with you.
Tough. The bad boy.
Yeah.
Women love me.
Yeah.
Men are afraid of me. Really.
I understand. Same girlfriend?
Same girlfriend.
The one you still will never show us a picture of?
No, I will not.
Okay. By all accounts, they say she's really pretty.
She exists as
Yes.
well.
Oh,
A lot of people are like, you're just lying. Joe, everything you say is fake, and
Yeah.
you've never even talked to a woman alone.
Yeah. I start to believe that. I see a lot of you on Fox News, man. They love you over there.
Oh, they do. I was just laughing at their Chiron. They just took it off, but it was a naval captain,
Right.
and it said he's just back after foiling Houthi attacks.
Oh,
They use the word foiling.
The only foiling only comes when somebody tried to tie somebody to a railroad track, and then they were foiled again.
He's like twisting his mustache. Drat, you got me again, Popeye.
You don't really hear foiling a lot. How you been, man? How's everything going?
Oh, good. I mean, this is week 7 in a row for me. So
Of what?
Being on the road.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, you just rocked Cleveland. You probably heard.
Yeah, everybody was talking about it.
Just got down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like the road? To me, it seems like the best possible, especially in a relationship. You leave on a Wednesday, and then just when you start missing her, you come back, and then when she gets on your nerves, you leave again.
To be honest with you,
Yeah.
like, I love being on the road. It's so fun doing shows.
Yeah.
But the flying,
I bet that's a pain in the ass.
It's gotten so much worse since the pandemic.
Yeah.
Your flight's canceled again for no reason.
Oh,
Like,
see, I don't
man.
fly a lot, so I don't have to deal with all that stuff. Being fat and flying is pretty pain in the ass, too.
I would imagine I'm pretty ripped.
Yeah, no,
And
you're
even
good.
my muscles.
You're good.
I'm just like I can't barely get my quads in a coach seat.
Do you fly first class because you get a lot of miles and stuff?
I do get a lot of upgrades.
Yeah.
Yeah. And boy, do I love looking at the people walking past me in coach. I'm like, yes.
It's part of the. Well, you ever see
it's
somebody?
me.
You ever see somebody pass you that you feel bad for? Like you feel like, oh, they deserve the seat more than I do.
Yes,
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah, no, but I don't mean like I don't mean like military heroes and stuff. I mean like famous people. Like you ever get like I was on a flight one time. I'm a big Yankee fan, and right after the World Series, Tino Martinez got on the flight, and he was sitting in coach because it was a small flight and they only had a small first class. And I went, oh, he deserves to sit up there. Like I felt like I should be swapping my seat out with him.
Yeah, I mean, I could see why you'd think that. It's
Yeah.
also like kind of crazy he didn't book ahead.
Yeah,
Tino Martinez.
I think it
get
was
that.
so. In all honesty, they had a World Series, and then there was a boxing match, and I think they probably couldn't because the series didn't know how long it was going to go.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
See, I've already thought it out in my head.
Well, last time I was in Salt Lake City, there was a UFC match, and this guy, I guess the other guy didn't make weight, but they still fought, and this guy got knocked out, and everyone was coming up to him on like when we were boarding, getting pictures and stuff, and I'm like, wow, this guy's getting recognized by everybody.
Yeah.
And I was just eavesdropping because they were talking in public, and that's what you do. You
Sure,
listen
sure.
in. Hey, if you don't want me to eavesdrop, don't talk.
Zip it.
Yeah. And he was sitting in coach with me, like,
Oh, really?
in the middle seat.
He got beat, and he had to sit in coach.
Yeah, I was just
Oof.
like, oh man, maybe it was his entourage with him, but like, you just felt bad. And he was a pretty tall fella.
Yeah, I don't. I had to fly coach for the first time recently to go to California, of all a 5-hour flight. But I have a skinny little 11-year-old daughter that sat in between me and my wife, so it really wasn't so
perfect.
bad.
Yeah.
I got a buffer.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Mackey is here. I'll never forget. I spent the first time you were on the show, I called you Joe Mackey for the whole time. You didn't even correct me one time. That's how polite of a guy you are.
I'm a humble genius.
Yes.
That's what I tell people.
Yes, that's what we often say
I don't need
about
to
you.
show off. I don't need to join Mensa. People know I'm smart. I don't need an organization.
Where do you live? You live in New York?
No, I live right outside the city in Weehawken, New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
People call it New Jersey's Paris.
Right.
A lot. Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
Weehawken
Yeah.
is New Jersey's Paris.
Well, I don't know if you've been to Paris. It sucks.
Oh man! And do you work? Do you still work in the New York comedy clubs, or you mostly just travel?
I do. It's tough because I write for Gutfeld in the mornings, so I have to be up early. So it's tough. I try to put in a couple nights a week at the cellar, but I don't always get there.
Okay, so you get up in the morning, you go over to Fox News. What do you do? Give me the routine. This sounds like the best job.
Yeah, I wake up. I get there. And it's like,
what is the mode of transportation from the Paris of New Jersey to? Do you subway in, or what do you do?
I take the bus.
Oh, you take a city bus?
They're
not even paying you enough to Uber you in.
I take a New Jersey Transit bus.
Oh man,
a public state disgusting bus, which is beneath me.
Yes. You come in from Paris on the bus.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you go over to Fox News, and what? There's like a writer's room.
Oh, there's no room. It's what they call a cubicle.
So this is the least glamorous job I've ever heard of, and that show's been number one.
Yeah, well, we don't need all the fancy frills.
Right, you mean, okay.
We're down to earth. Myself and Joe DeVito.
Is that who else? Who was writing? You, Joe DeVito.
We
who
got
else?
one other guy who's not a comic, but he's written for a whole bunch of comedy shows, and then
what's his name?
His name's Dan. And then we got some regular people from the news industry who write these stories, and then we add jokes to it.
Yeah.
And the great thing is with stand-up comedy, you're building an act over a year.
Yeah.
Or with this one, it's it's gone. You don't have to take your work home with you ever. So
you just and do you have we try to do a thing. This would have been good. We try to do this thing called 6 at 9. We do it once a month maybe because it's so brutal, but Galvin on Wednesday will send us 6 headlines.
Okay.
And then we have to write punchlines for him. And in some instances we really try very hard, and then sometimes we just Carmen will just make up facts because there's no funny line. I mean, that you get severe writer's block when you have to do it.
Yeah, you do. And sometimes, I don't know if you notice this, sometimes the news is kind of depressing.
Yeah. It's hard to make things funny when you're talking about, prisoners in Gaza.
Fiery bus crash kills 8.
Yeah. What do you get stuck a lot?
No, because usually if it's a terrible subject, you can make a joke that's about something ancillary to it.
Yeah.
So if there's this horrible subject, you can be make a joke about how the town's terrible.
Yeah.
It's try to deflect away from that.
Gutfeld should take a hot or not from us. Everybody does a hot or not, but we do it based on criminals in the news. So
it's just the facts. They don't see the picture, and I read them the facts about the age and where they're from and what they did, and then they decide whether they're going to be hot or not, and then we reveal the picture.
Yeah.
She's 47.
Mm-hmm.
She's a stenographer for a law firm, and she embezzled. Yes, she's hot.
We need her first name. We need her first name, and we need
Beverly.
how old she is. Beverly. I'm gonna go no on the Beverly. I'm gonna say she's.
Is there steam coming off of me right now?
Yeah. I feel like Gutfeld is open up to something like a hot or not. That's an entertaining show.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's all because of me, unless it's bad.
Right, I understand.
Why is the Tampa in that hat upside down?
It's a company called Reverse Brand, and they make a bunch of different logos and teams and sports with their with the thing upside down.
Oh, because it seems like Tampa's in distress.
Yeah. It's similar.
Which is, I guess, kind of true.
So if you're a Penn State guy, it would have a pen upside down in major distress.
2012, yes, the flag was upside down.
Were you that? Were you? Where were you? Were you at the school during those times or no?
No, I had long since graduated. I graduated.
Wait, it's hard to tell because you look like you're 25 years old.
Yeah, the effects of the sun are impervious.
Yes,
I'm impervious to them. But yeah, I was long since graduated.
I feel like in high school, you were smarter. You probably had your little clique.
Yeah, my nickname was Workle.
Workle.
Yeah, it was White Urkel.
Oh, that's not good.
So, just like making everyone laugh.
Yeah.
Every Friday night.
I feel like in high school, like there's a certain kind of nerd, if you will.
Yeah.
That is a cool nerd, and even though they're a nerd, I still can't get into that group. Like, I feel like you wouldn't have liked me in high school.
Oh, no. I would have we'd have been best friends.
I don't know. I probably would have liked you, but I'd probably been like, Workle don't want to hang out with me.
Workle's got chicks.
Workle's got his own group that he hangs out in.
Like I go home and I wouldn't be Steve Urkel, I'd be Stefan.
Right.
The alter ego Workle.
Like there was that group of nerds in high school that went home on Friday and did cool stuff. Like they played poker and drank, Schlitz beer,
Sprite.
and they were drinking they drank whiskey. You know what I'm saying? Like something that we weren't doing.
Your school had different nerds.
Yeah, it's not really nerd. Nerd's not right. They're not. Like they loved good movies, and they I don't know. We were all like going out and doing.
I don't know. I think we're conflating the terms nerd and dork. I was a dork.
Dork, yeah.
Yeah, smart kid, but kind of a slacker troll.
Right.
Like I used to tell I was like, oh, you got a C. Well, don't worry. There's nothing wrong with being average. It's just that you won't have success in your future job prospects.
Thanks, dork. I don't know. Is that your area where you grew up in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, right in the middle, State College, where Penn State is.
Oh, really?
Grew up in the college town.
Oh, so you were right. You were susceptible the whole time to the coaches.
Oh, surprisingly, the football team did not take much interest in me, despite my ripped physique.
Didn't invite Workle onto the field. Oh, that's so funny. And then when did you start doing stand-up? Like, when did you realize? Like, what did you do first? Did you?
I wanted to do stand-up when I was a kid.
You did.
Who'd
you like?
I was a huge Norm Macdonald fan.
Yeah.
I mean, him doing Week Update was so funny.
Yeah.
And I especially loved it when the jokes didn't work.
Yeah, and Norm would just be great with it.
Oh, my goodness. It just continued. And even on his talk show where he would have the guest read those intentionally.
He was in the studio with us, and it was probably one of the highlights. And I told him at the end that we were doing afternoons at the time, and I said, this has ruined my whole day that you were going to be here. And he's like, why? I go, because we're such fans. I didn't want to be boring to you. I wanted you to have a good time. And he seemed like he enjoyed that day.
I've never heard that he was difficult to work with. I always thought he was fun and friendly.
He was super fun and friendly, and the best is he was like, I'm going to do Howard Stern next week. He's like, I'd mention you, but then he'll just call you a jerk off and talked about how you ripped off all his stuff. That's what he does to everybody. I said, yep, yeah, I get it. Yeah. No, he was great, man. I loved having him. That's one of the highlights of us on the show.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, you must feel like that right now.
Yes. This was the second highlight.
Yeah, this is like.
So what do? You like Norm, and you're like, I think I might want to try to do stand up.
Yeah, and like I did some like stuff at my youth group, but like I did some open mics in college.
See,
but,
you're in a youth group. That's how you know you're a dork. Yeah.
I
is that through a church or something?
I was actually one of the cool kids
in the youth group.
Yeah.
Sure. Who isn't?
They're like, whoa, he talks to adults.
Yeah. All right. So God, you did a couple of things.
Yeah, and then I did some open mics in college. There was really no scene at the time. Whereas now there's like stand up. There's a club at Penn State, but there's like, even big towns have a comedy scene.
Yeah.
I was doing open mics, and there was like jerks doing Dave Matthews covers. Like nobody wanted to hear anything
So
new.
it wasn't comedy open mic, it was just open mic.
Just open mic.
That's
and
rough.
you get some crazies
there,
not me, the other people.
Yeah.
And then so I decided after like a couple years after college, I even my dad was like, "You're not getting any younger. If you want to do this, you got to do it now." So I did. And
So
it
did you
eventually
move?
worked.
Where'd you move, or you just started doing it from where you were?
I moved to New York, and I moved to Weehawken, New Jersey. It's right across the river.
Yeah.
New Jersey's Paris, and I took some stand-up classes at the comic strip. This guy D.F. Sweedler, who still teaches it, and
No, did you ever stop to think this? This is what bugs me.
what's that?
Taking lessons from D.F. Sweedler. Who, like if you said Norm Macdonald was giving lessons, like when radio guys, when they're like, we have a consultant coming in, his name is Bill Miller, and they're like, oh, what has he done? Nothing. He's D.F. Sweedler has never done anything.
Well, he did do A&E's Comedy on the Road. He'd also been doing it for decades, but a lot of people poo-poo comedy clubs, comedy classes.
Right.
I think the reason they do that is because a lot of people have unethically traded off the name of something or promised that industry would see you, which is preposterous.
Yeah.
Industry's not going to see people do their first stand-up ever.
Right. The guys from Letterman will be here in their final class.
So they kind of like give people false hope, and there's a cottage industry of like living off people's dreams.
Yeah.
But DF didn't do that, and this is a legit comic. And, people say, oh, no one can make you funny, and that's true. But just like someone can tell you how to hold a paintbrush.
Yeah, it doesn't have to make you funny. If you are funny, they can bring it out of you.
Right. And Sam Morrill was in my class.
Oh, really?
And he succeeded, too. So, I mean, it's not... I understand why people have a thing against comedy classes.
I don't have anything against it. My thing was, like I always feel like if you're going to learn from somebody, it should be somebody who... Like, anytime I have a program director who tries to tell me what's better for the show, I go, what did you do? Well, you know what I mean? And that always bugs me. But it's not that he's not good. I don't know the guy.
But you've also been doing this for a while.
Right.
So it's like, I was just kind of green off the street. And
look, if the guy was on A&E at the Improv, whatever.
And also he's in New York City doing it. It's not like he's some guy in Paducah.
By the way, speaking of open mic stuff, Joe was on Crashing, which I don't know whether it was the open mic thing, but when you played the robot comedian, that was one of the funniest things, man.
Yeah, it was hard getting my quads into that box. They're so muscular. But,
that was such a great performance.
Oh, thank you. I think that there was I have a vague recollection of seeing a guy who actually did a robot bit. I don't know if that inspired that.
Yeah.
But they let me come on there and write my own jokes for it.
Oh, they did?
Which was really cool, yeah.
No, was that Judd Apatow?
Yeah, I think he was like the head executive producer, but someone else was the director. I can't remember.
I went to the store one time, and when I not the store, the cellar, and when I left, Judd Apatow was out there. They were actually filming in the streets.
Oh yeah.
He was hands on then. Oh, that's pretty. All right. So you do the open mics. When do you start getting good?
They had this thing at the comic strip, which was in like on their website. It was the only thing where I could see an audition process.
Okay.
Because you're always the internet wasn't that great then. I was like, how do I get someone to take a chance on me? They had this audition process at the comic strip for this thing called Late Night, which was after the regularly scheduled show ended on the weeknights.
Right.
They would take the people who passed for Late Night and just say, hey, audience, regular show's over. We've got some up-and-comers here. You can buy drinks at the bar and let them go up. And we would tag team it. Sometimes the whole crowd would leave.
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes, especially like on a Memorial Day, the Sunday night, we'd have 90 people, and they'd be a real crowd, not like sometimes the bar show crowd in the city. It's very homogenous. It's like 30-year-olds in Brooklyn that know all about Pokemon, but nothing about mowing a lawn.
Yeah.
So it was great to have the chance to do a real show in front of a real crowd. And I passed for that in 2006, not long after I came to the city. So it was like me and Sam were just like off to the races after that. And then
Was there anybody else in your class that we might know?
There was one other guy I thought was really funny, but he's since passed away. And he, it was interesting. Like, I could tell Sam was funny a minute into the first class. And I could tell this other guy was funny. He was an older guy who played. He was a musician that just wanted to try stand up.
Oh yeah.
And he really got into it. But no one else in that particular class. I know he's had some other people really succeed. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Rob Riggle actually took.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Ooh. I hate him.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's one of the most unfunny. He ruins football for me on the weekends.
What does he do for football? He made me laugh on the Daily Show. I know that.
Yeah, no, he just too much yelling and all that. Funny people don't do that. I don't know. That's my opinion, but I think Sam is great.
Oh,
The fact that the two of you came out of there and both had both successes out of that one class. That's enough credential right there for them to sell another class.
Yeah, and this late night thing that the Strip did, that's where Chris Rock got his big start.
Oh, really?
He was like just trying to like hustle, and Eddie Murphy's like, put this guy on.
Yeah.
And went from there, but.
Did you get any comics early on that will like kind of take you under their wing kind of guys? Like, hey, this guy, like people look at you and you do unique stuff. You're not just a run of the mill comedian. Somebody that say, hey, this guy's got something special.
Thank you. I break a lot of ground. I get that a lot. A couple guys. This guy Jay Larson, who's out west now, really funny dude. Helped me out a bit. Pete Corielli.
I love Pete.
Oh man, that guy is freaking hilarious.
Pete Corielli is one I could like. I know he does a podcast with Sebastian.
Yeah.
But I would just rather hear Pete Corielli drug stories for the rest of my life. He is just so funny to me, and the way he tells a story, he's great.
He is a great storyteller.
Yeah.
I mean, he had this just crying about like the story about this guy left his strollers outside of his apartment. And he just kept getting sick of just these mundane things. He can make a 10-minute story that'll have
He told us a story about him trying to sneak drugs into. What was it? It was like
Lebanon
the Middle East or something
somewhere
like that. Like it's great. Like it's things that you like. This can't be a real story, and then the way he tells it is fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm glad things worked out for you. Now here's my problem. Who's your agent?
I'm with Innovative Artists.
Well, you might want to listen. You got to go there and go. I'm writing on the #1 late night show on television right now. We've innovated late night. And with this Gutfeld show, I'm going to need better transportation out of Weehawken into the city, and I'm going to need more than a cubicle.
Yeah, I deserve a corner office. I'll go along with that.
All right, I like that.